Hello.
Oh
my gosh,
Johnny's
is Johnny frozen?
Johnny gone live and Johnny's frozen.
Just as we
There we go.
I'm back. Hello, everyone. My name's Johnny. I am your temporary DM if the internet got playing with me. I was literally just texting you guys going, I think my internet has just gone down. Tonight I'm surrounded by Brad.
Hiya.
Christine.
Hello.
Dan.
Hi.
Ryan.
Hello.
Becki.
Hello.
And Sean.
Hello.
If you can't tell, tonight is an interesting night. So far, we've had a few tech issues. Please bear with us. We're going to hope those gremlins iron out. Apparently, my internet is being particularly finicky tonight, to which I attribute that to Lurian, the god of chaos, fucking with me. How is everyone else this week? Anyone got anything interesting to discuss?
We've got loads. You've got
Great,
loads.
let's get going.
We've got loads. Well, I'm gonna give you guys an insight into the brain of Ryan because you know you've got like you have a lot of time. You have a lot of time to think. You have a lot of time to think during lockdown. You know, they're in lockdown 3, and I was just thinking how and because playing fantasy games, I was thinking about how the words portmanteau and portcullis sound like two warring ports in some kind of French Polynesian island. You know, like. Got to take him to Portmanteau, eh? And then, like, the other side of the island, you'd have, like, oh, Portugallis is where the best fish are. And, like, literally spend my time creating fictional...
You definitely have too much time on your hands.
Why are you not... Well, no. Why are you not writing this down into fully fledged stories? Right?
Could do. And then I guess, like, you could get... another people would invade, and you'd get a Portobello, and they'd come along as well.
Can I just say, everyone's seen Parks and Rec, right? Everyone's seen Park and Recs. Do you remember that one bit where Ben turns and he's like, could a depressed man do this? And he holds up the claymation shit he's been working on. This feels like a little insight. Thank you,
I remember
Sean.
that bit. No, because he spent like all day doing like one frame. It took he got like 1 second of usable footage. It's that sort of thing, isn't it? That's the payoff versus the work.
And I'm not saying your idea is like the ravings of a depressed man, Ryan, because it's actually quite funny. But
But honestly, what sort of reception were you expecting?
It's just but like bear in mind, but like the other thing as well, this is like this gets into my brain, that entire world is created, destroyed, and then something else dumb comes in, which I'll probably talk about next week. But yeah. That's all. I just thought I'd let you know, because it's been people wanting to know where Ryan and Ripper stops and just confusing everyone even more.
What I love
Exactly.
What I like is that the line between Christine and Faeza, though, is sort of like getting bigger with increasing Ryan bullshit, which is amazing. We love you, buddy. We do love you.
Christine, what's in your mind today? What have you? What
have I got going on? My twin sister is imminently giving birth, so.
Whey! Fantastic news.
It's exciting. But she's due to go into to the hospital tomorrow, but who knows? Babies run their own schedule. They don't care. They don't care if you've got appointments or anything else like that. So basically, I'm here.
Do you think you're going to go through that mystical twin thing where you share pain?
No. I'm not a fan of that. Although when we were kids, she did invite people to punch me to see if she felt it.
That's clever. That's
genuinely
clever.
That's not even me just doing a joke. That happens.
That's the kind of thing Sean would do if we were twins.
But she genuinely, there's a lot of twin things that people think you just us anyway. I don't disbelieve anybody else that talks about twins having a very close connection, but we were just two very close in age siblings, or the equivalent of. Who happen to be in a lot of the same classes at school, and you know, you develop that in a kind of
talk to each other without you moving your mouths. That kind of normal twins.
I mean that in a loathing. I think you're growing up.
Oh, wasn't expecting that to go there.
Were you ever mixed up in a sort of hilarious fashion? Was there ever any sort of hilarious japes and mix-ups that
because we used to
anecdote?
fight so much that there was no
Who was
way
the more fierce of the two, though? That's the thing. Who was
I'm putting my money on Christine.
I know Christine's that one because she's going to win.
My sister would introduce herself as the evil twin when we went to separate universities. It was weird actually, because for the first time you go to an institution and you're not and Christine, because it was always Angeline and Christine. So it was really weird. And then she came to visit like about a month in, and it blew people's minds. But also,
was she first out then?
Oh yeah. So
hence why she was the alphabetically first.
Alphabetically first. So I don't know. Her parents might be very organised, but they might not.
She's the first one out. This one's Angeline.
No, it's a weird one because my mum is also a twin. So my mum was the second twin, and she wanted to name the second twin. So she named me Christine, and my dad got to name the other twin, obviously, and he wanted to name her after Angie Bowie. But it turns out, but my mum didn't like the name Angie, so he managed to name her after the Mott the Hoople song instead, Angeline, just so he could sneakily get Angie in there. But yeah, that's basically how that happened. There was not enough forethought. There was nothing about Christianity because it's Angeline or Christine, nothing to do with that. Just completely and utterly. My dad.
Can I just quickly say, bear with me. The one that says I'm the evil twin could actually be the good twin taking the heat to allow the other twin to appear like the good twin.
No, it's the evil twin.
The evil twin is the one that doesn't. The evil twin says they're good. I'm just saying. The evil twin goes around saying they're
absolve yourself of all the sins.
No.
I'm just saying.
Anyway,
don't try to absolve all the sins of childhood on this stream,
box beard from like the whatever it's called, the Netherworld or whatever from Star Trek.
The bend beard.
Who has exactly? Who has the evil beard out of two? That's what.
Oh, like in Community.
Yes.
No, but either way, we're all on tenterhooks in the house, trying not to set off baby early, and we'll see what happens. But this week, this in the next few days, there'll be a brand new human in the world. Everybody, that'll be fun.
A new Faeza. Yeah, we've got to get it called Faeza.
Yeah, right. That'd be so cool. That'll work. Oh my god.
Or Andra.
No.
Name it after your patron goddess.
Or just Sean.
But the thing is,
Ryan's a great name.
You could actually go and sign it as well because you look like your sister. You could go and get you could go and sign the document.
You just have to look a bit tired. Oh, I've just had a baby. Oh dear. Come on, give me my baby, please.
Apologies to my wife who has actually been through labour. There's no way that will pass, by the way, just so you know.
Just splash a bit of water.
It's just a bit tiring, isn't it? Yeah, just a little tired.
I don't even know what the problem was.
God, all that pushing. Oh, all the breathing. Oh.
I had to stay up.
If Faeza suddenly disappears this evening, or if I suddenly go, then you know I've got a message.
I feel like
I've
Dan
run.
also might be disappearing this evening if his wife's listening in.
If his wife's listening in, yeah.
I'm all right.
My wife get a bit closer.
Never would in a million years. I'm safe. I can say whatever I like. Becki, you had something, didn't you? Sorry, because I was talking. Sorry, Johnny. I think Becki said earlier she had something.
Oh yes, I have exciting news this week. So this coming Saturday, if anyone is interested, you can see the online premiere of a short horror film that I'm starring in. It's coming out as part of a film festival called the Grave Plot Film Festival. Normally you would have to be over in America to attend, but because this year with everything going on, they are going online. You can buy online tickets and you can stream it instead. So you can see not just the film I'm in, which is called The Magpie, but you can also see a whole load of other great short films from all around the world, loads of different themes, loads of different topics. It's looking like a really good lineup. So if anyone is a horror fan and would like something fun to do this Saturday, then look up Grave Plot Film Festival.
Sort of all day.
So it's our evening US daytime, if that makes sense. I think it opens, it's 8 p.m. our time. I'm terrible at working out time zones.
That's what the internet's for. Just put what time is this in another time, please. Yeah. So we can put the links on our socials, can't we, for people, and they can follow along. That would be great, and they can check that out. It's this Saturday, did you say?
It's this Saturday,
That's
6th
perfect.
of February.
I'm looking forward to that. That'd be amazing.
I'd also like to introduce a section that we're going to call affectionately Taj's gift time.
He's in the chat.
After the dice and the dice bag.
I'm sorry I didn't get back to him about the Tesla. I just assumed he'd get the top model that was available.
He's
so
saving
I didn't
up.
reply, but
he's just saving up. So first and foremost, the challenge for Becki.
Oh, hello.
He has bought a 15-inch, because the size matters, Baron.
What?
So I shall be sending that to. Oh gosh, that's my address. Don't dox me. We'll be sending that to Becki over time when I finally get around to sending everything, and you're going to have to learn to play it.
Challenge accepted. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I'm extremely excited. Thank you.
But not only that, he also got a gift for Christine, for Faeza.
Oh, yes.
They're both so awesome.
And I'll be sending those to Christine eventually.
Oh, Tash, you legend.
Once I've kind of run around the house with them on for a bit.
Let your son have a play with them, obviously.
Yeah, probably. Well, now we need to get our subscribers on Twitch up, don't we? Because when we hit the affiliate, when we get 50 subscribers, that's when we got to do the cosplay stuff. Tash has got me covered. Yes, man.
I haven't been to the gym yet. I've got to work out. So big up to Taj. Thank you so much. Who is also on our chat at the moment.
That's so kind of you.
Hi, Taj.
Absolute legend.
Awesome.
Thank you, Taj.
Thank you, Taj.
Legendary.
So a few other little bits of good news and housekeeping. Firstly, the good news for me is it's actually my 8th anniversary tomorrow with my lovely wife, which is wonderful. And despite the fact that we're in the middle of trying to buy a place, and so we were like, no gifts this year, right? We're like, yeah, no gifts this year. I got gifts. And I actually got a brand new set of dice, which is great.
Nice.
So I know you're all sick of my really high rolling dice. I've now got the Rhyme of the Frost Maiden special edition.
Oh, why not?
Dice, which don't show. They are actually ridiculously sparkly, which probably won't show on there. But lovely sparkly dice to kill you with tonight.
Please tell me you sent them to him. That you got...
Yeah, they went through a subsidiary of a company that I own, obviously.
Nice. Perfect.
So my luck has gone with it.
They have been gathered.
Other bit of housekeeping is thank you to people who spoke to us.
Oh, that's convenient. That's convenient. I know he's going to talk about. You cut out Johnny, which was ironic. Someone's plugging. Quick, Nicky, unplug the Ethernet cable.
No, do you know what? My net is genuinely being bad tonight. I'm going to have my. I'm going to have my iPad on standby. Possibly, so it might be very theatre of the mind if this goes a bit old school tonight. Please bear with us, folks.
So I'll fill in with my stand-up set.
Right. I was actually saying thank you to people who spoke to us about the rules about spell focuses, clarifying that, because again, in the heat of the moment, we all got a little bit just trying to make things work, and so we're just gonna not retcon because you cannot change the past, but just clarify that tonight, spellcasters can cast cantrips absolutely fine, and in fact any spells that don't require material components. So if you don't have an M next to it, you can do that until you get.
Johnny was just scared we'd go around disarming all of his 20th level wizards and then making them do our bidding.
You know, you say that, but then I recently watched this week's episode of Critical Role, which I can't spoil for those of you who are still behind. I know, Brad. And Matt came up with something and I went, oh, that's evilly delicious. Hello. And wrote that down.
And so, just like everyone else that started a D&D podcast recently, you stole it.
Like everyone, like a wand strapped to like, what's the thing that an artificer can make? Is it a wand strapped to a turret or something? Yeah, it's a wand strapped to everything.
Can make anything, man.
So, with that, I think there's that. Unless there's anything else. Wait, Ryan, where can people find us tonight if they want to join, subscribe, like, pledge their blood?
You can find, well, don't send us any blood. That's weird. But you can find us on Total Party Win and Blood and that's on Twitter and Blood and Song. Sorry, yeah, it's Total Party Win. Oh my god, I've screwed up my own bit. No, it's Blood Song Party.
Twitch.tv/Total-Party-Win. That's where you can find us on Twitch.
And Blood Song Party on Instagram, on Twitter.
We did our /socials yesterday, so we've just
in the Twitch and YouTube descriptions.
Thanks, Bradley.
You know what? If you're a real fan,
do you know what it is,
Ryan?
Right?
You busy a bit.
Too busy thinking about portmanteau.
Start using this for
Too busy thinking about other ports. Other ports now. What other ports can I put there?
What's the loop?
Portfolio can be another port in the invading. Just Brad cut while I'll go.
Yeah, no.
Hey.
Hello, folks. Right, so a recap, if my internet will hold out. Previously on Blood and Song, our party had become trapped after an assassination attempt on Octavius's life. The party had become arrested by the legionnaires of Octavius's brother's legion and had been imprisoned in Timbergrasp. Lack had run off, accidentally chasing but chasing after the assassin, and then accidentally was saved from being captured and fell in with a mysterious group called the Garden, who promised to help him free his friends in return for a favour. After some frustrating time not being able to escape, the prisoners were being escorted next day in a wagon along the Imperial Highway north to Shademantle, where the escape plan was sprung, and Lack and the members of the Garden assaulted the convoy. Our party managed to spring some of them free, and we are picking up in the middle of the fight. So the first thing I need everybody to do, please, is roll initiative.
Ooh, I will take that.
Ha! New dice soon, yeah, Dan? New dice soon? New dice soon?
I don't know, mine's pretty bad today.
So I know that last time my initiative was 29, I think.
Yeah.
This time it's a mere 28. So.
So you are second this week. Anyone else over 20? No. Okay. 15 to 20.
I got 19. Ripper's on 19.
18. Sixes on 18.
Okay. 10 to 15.
I'm on 11.
Faeza, how are you doing there?
I'm on 3.
Oh, Octavius, how are you?
I'm on 5. The
Oh,
plus
see?
4 to
Okay.
initiative saving me.
Wow.
Brad!
Okay.
Oh.
So, can everyone see the map on Foundry?
Yeah.
Yes, good. Sorry, I
Just
managed to
loading
look
up
away
there.
and no one spoke at that moment.
It's just
and that
loading
was,
up. Just loading up.
Everyone just went silent. I just
We're
thought
trying
everything
to be
died
good and mute
So-
ourselves so we're not talking.
No, that's good. Thank you. It's just
You're
it's
welcome.
the teacher in me. If I can't hear voices, someone's doing something naughty at the back of the class.
Count me in for that.
Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah. So first up is Nimble. Nimble is actually going to. Nimble's been hiding in the southeastern corner of the map. He's been hiding in the trees where Lack had asked him to prepare himself, and he's been shooting arrows so far. He sees Reginald, the criminal, engaged with guards. He sees the situation of some people breaking out in the southernmost wagon, but no one's really got their weapons. And Nimble is essentially going to dive down, jump down from the tree, and move over to the wagon, where he's going to jump on, see a big case, and he's going to make a strength check to see if he can just chuck the case. Yeah, he manages to break the lock on case with his action, and it falls open. That is his bonus action. No, he's going to stay there. Lack, you are up.
Right. So describe to me who is what for everyone, please.
Okay, so you are standing about 10 feet forward of the kind of brick ruined building where Faeza is currently hiding, that you'd sprung from in the trap. There are 3 carts. One at the north, one at the front, essentially. Octavius is in a single person prison cell, which is open on 3 sides, or open bars on 3 sides, and the rear side of it is a thick kind of metal wall that is separating the prisoner from the storage compartment where currently Nimble is on, just cracking the lock on the weapons. He is surrounded by 1 guard who is currently engaged with Reginald, the prisoner who'd been sharing Six's cell. Just on the other side of that cart, you currently have the Butcher, the giant warrior who has essentially looks like a really rusted bit of metal on his back that's got sharp spikes on it. The middle cart, your brother is surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4 soldiers currently. And on the south cart, there's one more prisoner with Ripper and Seed, and they are surrounded by 3 soldiers.
Cool. Well, Octavius is there with them. I feel like I should probably help my brother. So I'm going to step up 1 step next to the west of him.
So for the sake of us seeing this, there is currently a cart sort of there.
Even cooler then, I shall jump up onto the cart, please.
Fantastic, you do so. No problem.
And then I will
Monk.
stab down onto the one to the north of him.
Okay.
With my spear, please.
So as a reminder, you have got your spectral arms out still.
Yes, they last for 10 minutes once they're out.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I'm just reminding you. So you're choosing to use
just
the
in case
spear.
I forgot. Yeah. Yes, I do. I use my spear to start with, and then my arms will do the punchies after.
Okay.
My spear's still slightly more effective. That's it, only if I roll well. 16.
16 hits.
Okay. So that will be 10 points of damage, piercing damage on the one.
Sorry, to the one to the north.
To one to the north, please. Yes.
Okay. Right. Yes. Then what would you like to do after that?
And then I shall follow up with one of my arms coming up and over to punch the same guy that I just stabbed.
Okay.
That's a natural 20. It's going well today.
Baby!
So it's not that much. So it's full and then an extra one, isn't it? Yeah. Well, that's good. So that's the maximum damage I can do on that. That is 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. So as your arms come over, you jump up and just stab down, managing to find, although they've got these plates of armor moving around, you manage to find, as he's moving a shield to defend, it slots in between 2 of them and pushes down, which just exposes his chest as it comes down for one of the arms to swing around, and just you hear a crack of his neck as something snaps.
I'm sorry.
And
I didn't. Oh, sorry.
One.
And I'd like
down.
to keep jumping. Can I keep moving? I want to flip over my brother to land sort of adjacent to all 3 of those. So to the
Make
south.
me an acrobatics check. We'll say it's part of your movement still, but
Okay.
make me an acrobatics check.
You're not going to believe this, but that's my second natural 20 in a row.
That is
Not that I needed it. It's an
someone has to have the
utter
luck.
waste. I'm
I don't
anti-Brad
think you've
today.
actually shipped my dice. That's
Just using them.
Well, Brad, hey mate, you probably want me to do that for a bit, don't you? And then pass them on to you. Let's be fair.
So, absolutely. After just smashing him with a fist from your left side, you almost use the momentum to do one of those cool Bollywood sideways jumps where you'd like flip sideways over and just land down, your saffron robes flowing around you. Instant Iron Man landing, and just stand in the ready position.
And then I go.
That is your
my
turn.
spear comes out of the guy's body into my hand. All right, brother,
Well,
your turn.
Interestingly, you notice before when you've thrown it, you've kind of seen it coming back to you. This time, now you've stabbed someone with it, when you call it back to you, it dematerializes and rematerializes in your hand.
Hey, you
So
want
it's
one of
like
these,
the-
brother?
Six pretends like he hasn't seen that happen at all. He just doesn't want to dignify him with like accepting that he's seen that.
So after you is Reginald, who, seeing the chest come open, has remembered what Six had asked of him, and he sees. Let's see how many he can get to. Okay, so he grabs the first 3 things that he can see. So he manages to grab out 6, your sword. He manages to grab a drum, and he manages to grab a polearm. And as he grabs them, he is just going to throw them. So I need Seed, Ripper, and Six. Can you make me dexterity checks, please?
Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be a 19 for Ripper.
Okay.
Only 9 for me.
I got a natural 1 plus 2. So.
Okay, so here's what happens. Ripper,
I've already got a sword, mate. I don't need another one.
As he throws these weapons out into the air, he kind of puts most heft into throwing the your polearm, which your staff spirals in the air, and without looking, you just hold up your hand and grab it, as almost as you can feel Alluria's guidance drawing it to you. He goes to frisbee the drum, and for a moment, Seed, you look in abject terror as this is your instrument and someone's just throwing it. You kind of reach out your hands and it just frisbees around you, kind of rolling by your feet. 6, you almost get like the comedy moment of straight between the legs. You didn't even try and catch it because you had another sword in your hands.
Yeah.
But you just look down and think, handy if you need it. So 3 of you. Well, Ripper, you can say at the start of your turn, you are armed.
Cool.
It has landed in your arms. For everyone else, it's not an action to pick it up. I will say it is a free action, but you do not have it in your hand in terms of things like any reactions you want to take before that. But Ripper, you do. Cool. That is Reginald's turn. So Ripper, in fact, it is you now.
In that one hand, as you grabbed it, the polearm starts to vibrate as it glows blue. I will channel my divinity and use my sacred weapon, which means I get pluses to my attack, and I just turn and look at the guards. Unfortunately, that is an action, so I'm just going to turn and like look at the guard and like point my staff at him, and then just sort of like give him the old like across the neck, like he knows I'm coming for him next.
Make an intimidation check.
Sure. Oh, that's a nat one.
Find out what happens.
Oh no, it's a 7. It's a 7. It's an 11. It's an 11 in total.
Let's see what's going on today. It's
well, hang on. What? 1, 7, 11.
No, it wasn't. I can't tell. This dice is.
Oh, it's a 7.
It's a 7, and I've got +4, so it's 11.
Okay.
1, 7, 11.
Fine.
Yeah.
And that's your turn, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I can't do anything next, but you can get it.
6, it is your turn. You have your scimitar by your feet, and you currently still have a short sword in your hand.
So I think 6 is going to go straight in with the short sword, and he's going to thrust it into the guard directly in front of him, but that is to the east of the map. So the east of him on the map. He's going to go straight in for a thrusting attack.
Go for it.
He's going to try an additional maneuver if he succeeds. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Great. So I'll do this. That's a 10 damage. And he's going to thrust it with such thrust that it's going to stick in the villain and it's going to push him back. And he's going to go for a pushing attack.
Okay.
At the same time.
Is that contested strength?
It is a... If it is, it must make a strength saving throw. Yes, exactly.
Strength saving throw. Not bad, not bad. What's the plus? What's the plus? Ooh, that becomes an 18.
Ooh, this guy is stalwart. So I presume, what is it? What's it up against? Is it up against my strength? Is it?
So it's basically it will be 8 plus your strength plus your proficiency.
No, he succeeds.
So again, you manage to stab him, and you see the short sword just pierce just through a couple of them, so it cuts him. But as you then go to push, he pushes in with his other arm, which is covered with that giant square shield, and just pushes back at you. You both end up not moving at all.
Cheeky bugger. Well, I do an additional 5 points of damage with my superiority die, so that's not too bad. And then what I'd like to do is... I would like to use my I'd like to use my action surge to pick up my sword and slice at the guy to my south.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick up my sword. Let me just equip it. Come back to me, scimitar. I missed you. And I shall
Doesn't come back like the axe weapon comes back, does it?
No, it's not quite the same, is it? So that's a 16 to hit the guy to the south.
That hits.
More rough and ready. It's real. His attacks are real. You know, a man of the battlefield.
10 points of damage.
Okay, you do 10 points of damage. As you're being sort of pushed back on one side, you drop the shoulder, spin, grab the sword on your way round, finish the spin by just slicing, and it hits the other person on their spear arm as they're going for a stab. They miss, and you cut them deeply instead.
And I'll remain in that pose, like V when he comes out of the Lark Hill training camp or whatever in V for Vendetta. I'm in that pose.
Nice.
And I'll end my turn there.
Fantastic. After you is the Butcher. So seeing what's going on, the Butcher is actually going to use his movement to step forward. He sees the magic flying arms and this spear, and you just see again his giant frame go, oh, this is gonna be fun. And he's going to pull back his sword and make an attack against you, Lack, which is going to be a 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
And I just realised the one window I closed, bear with me, was
I feel that.
the sword.
I feel that. Oh, I've just closed that guy's stat block. Why did I do that?
Yeah, too many things. Oh, I know why. It's because I'd added it to thingy today. Okay, so it becomes... Let's use a new dice.
Please be bad.
Please be that was a shockingly bad roll. So it's going to only be
Brad.
10 points of slashing damage.
Just want to point out, only 10 points of slashing damage is a lot of time.
Quite a few dice get dropped.
So again, as he steps forward, you see, whereas all the other soldiers are using standard Chilean implementation of kind of short stabbing spears or gladii, this guy has, it essentially looks a bit like a rusted rectangle on his back, except it's got handles that you have to hand at sort of that angle, just in one corner, one handle on each corner, and he just lifts it and brings it down, a little bit like Pyramid Head brings down the sword in Silent Hill. It's that kind of just massive swing. There's no kind of finesse to it, and it just slices down. You jump back, but you do feel a slice across your chest and the trickle of blood. You're slightly more worried as you look down, like the bits of rust that it's left.
Gross.
But you kind of brush it off, and nothing seems to happen. So
what's your blade, huh? It's disgusting.
He just laughs at you. You'll see soon, son. And for the bone... No, he's not going to do anything for his bonus. Seed, it is your turn.
Okay, so to pick up my drum, because you said it was rolling.
It's a free action.
Okay, so it is like in my space, I don't have to go anywhere. Cool. Yes, no. So Seed is triumphantly going to grab their drum off the floor, and excited about the reappearance of weapons, is also extremely keen on getting their bow back. So if I were to try and move, what are the rules about the fact that my ankles are still manacled, I believe?
They are. So I'm going to say that counts as difficult terrain. Okay. So it's half movement.
Cool. So in which case, what I'd like to do is, with my drum now in hand, I would like to cast a vicious mockery on the guard next to me before trying to run away. So Seed is going to turn around to them and go, "Oh, was it your job to keep all the prisoners in the cages? Oh dear." And then turn and start running away with the chains jangling.
Okay. So they've got to make a save? What are they saving?
Wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
They fail.
Okay, in which case, that is going to be a whopping 2 psychic damage. And they've got disadvantage on their next attack roll. Okay.
Which, as you do start shuffling across, they are going to take a swing at you, or rather a stab at you with their spear. With disadvantage, what's their plus? No, that's only an 11, so it's going to miss you.
Okay, and in terms of direction, basically, I would like to start trying to head towards where I've just seen the weapons being thrown from.
Sure, so you can make it 5, 10, 15 feet to the north. You're aware that you're coming up now on the large pile of soldiers around Six and Lak, and you see the building off to your left, where you can just make out Faeza's head just appearing and disappearing behind the wall as she's checking out what's going on. So that's action and movement. You've got a bonus action left if you want it.
In fact, actually, yes, because with my drum now back in hand, I think it's time to crack out a bardic inspiration. So, turning over their shoulder to see Ripper still behind, Seed is going to drum you an inspiring rhythm while shouting, "I'm just going to get the bow and come back."
What? Don't be long.
Fantastic, thank you. After you, it is the Legionnaire's turn. So we're going to start with the ones in the south, who one is going to, the one just behind you, Ripper, outside the cart, is going to make a kind of reach through the bars and stab at you. So what's your dex mod at the moment?
+2.
+2, so yeah, AC's 12. I'm going to give you half cover because you're inside. You haven't actually jumped out of the bars yet, so it's quite difficult getting through those bars. Does still hit you, unfortunately. So he is going to do only 1 dice for this. 5 points of piercing damage. As he just reaches through. It's kind of awkward, but he just manages to scrape back against your thigh on pulling the spear out of the cage. The other one at the far south is going to see Thomas attempting, or just standing there, and he's essentially going to stab at Thomas. He's going to hit, and he is going to do 7 points of damage as he just stabs down into Thomas's leg, and you just see it go straight through, and Thomas just screams, and there is a lot of blood. He pulls out. The next one there is going to step up to the gap to try and stop you leaving, and he is going to attempt to grapple you. So you can make its contested strength check, please.
Sure.
You got to beat a 23.
It's not going to happen.
Okay, so as you're looking like you're going to make a jump, you've just managed to catch your stuff, which, by the way, fell through the gap in the cage, which is pretty impressive. He just manages to lift his shield up and brace against the gap, which is momentarily just stopping you. You're grappled, so you can do everything, you've just got 0 movement until you break the grapple.
That's cool.
The ones to the north, one is going to take a stab at Reginald on the thing. He's going to whiff. The one to your east is going to attack you, Six. He is going to hit with a 20. And, oh man, I'm rolling dirt tonight. You're going to take 4 points of piercing damage. I haven't rolled above a 2 on any damage dice. The one Lak to your west and southwest are both going to take a stab at you. One is going to totally whiff, and the other is going to totally whiff with 2 3s in a row. So you manage to monk shit dodge around these spears as they're coming in. That is all of their turn.
Backing them away with my hands.
Okay, I know what I want to do with my turn, but we'll see if the DM allows it. So, Bane is quite possibly the only material cost spell I can cast without focus, because it requires a drop of blood.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there something sharp in the cage I can cut my finger with, conceivably?
Can't you go full Naruto where they bite the thumb? In Naruto.
I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
Make
You could.
Yeah, that is what they do in Naruto.
Make
they
a
bite the
perception
thumb
check.
and use the blood to do it.
Punch yourself in the nose.
That is a natural 20 plus 7.
Woo,
Yes,
baby!
Brad. Yes, Brad.
I used a
Overly
different
natural
dice for
today.
that one. I'll remember that.
The bars in the cage are firm, but they are not smooth. There are a couple of metal splinters. You could probably get a drop of blood from if you were to rush your hand down it like a match.
So
That's really gonna hurt.
yeah, so just basically flay the skin off my hand, flick it out, and the drops of blood hit the Legionnaire behind me, the Legionnaire next to Sixsmith to the east, and the big dude.
Okay.
And I'm going to bane all 3 of those.
Okay, so we'll start with the Legionnaire to the north. He rolls, this is charisma save.
Charisma saving throw, yes.
So charisma save. He rolls a 11.
DC's 15, by the way.
The other one's definitely going to fail. And let's roll the butcher. All 3 fail.
Perfect.
All 3 are now baned. I'm sure I have a little. I do. I'm just going to put an icon on them so I don't forget.
And then, with my bonus action, I'm going to quickly whisper over to the Kenku next to me, "Trust me." And then I'm going to command my spirit to move just south of me, 5 foot south of me.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use the spirit's fiery teleportation ability to move us 30 foot south, as far as we can go.
Okay.
And that's going to be both me and the Kenku.
So basically you're going to end up there and your bird. Okay, it means I'm going to move that cart back now for the moment so we can have a relative position of where the carts are.
Cool.
There we go. Okay, and so the others have to make a dex save.
So anybody within 10 feet now have to make a dex save, yeah.
Okay, so that is going to include the prisoner, who gets a 16.
15 still is the DC.
Okay. Fail on the soldier and pass on the one to the east.
And the butcher.
So we've got... and the butcher, thank you. Ooh, fail.
But, oh.
So they all take 7 points of fire damage.
Butcher, so hang on. So that's 7, and on a save they take half.
Save, they take none.
Save, they take none. Fantastic.
Were any of those people baned?
Yeah, they
the
both
two that
failed.
were baned failed anyway. So it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's it. You again.
That's my
just,
go, yeah.
This bird erupts like a phoenix exploding in Harry Potter, and as it kind of reforms, you are standing in the south, and Nimble's standing there. He was kind of reaching for his daggers. Looks around like, bloody hell, wasn't expecting that. And that is your turn.
Yes, that's my go. Thank you.
Faeza, at the start of your turn, can you make a perception check?
Hello. Yep. Ooh. I got. Hold on. What the line caller? 21.
You hear, doot, 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 and you can sense with that perception check, Toots wants out. Can you just make a strength check for me for Toot?
Oh, for Toots.
For Toots.
Different.
Using...
That's better. That's better.
Please tell me that Toots is wearing my armour, because I could really do with my armour, please.
Takes you 10 minutes to put it on, Sean.
She got 11.
It's going to be enough. So you see on your with your perception, just on the front of the cart, where these flames have just exploded, they have actually burned down a lot of the extraneous packaging and kind of supplies and things from the cart. And Toot is left there. Some of the rope that was binding her has burned away, just leaving her with kind of these manacled chains that they'd had. She is currently on her back, and you can see her straining, and you just hear a as the chains snap.
Yeah, she did. That's so cool. In which case, I'm gonna do something slightly different than I was gonna do, because I was gonna go over and help her out, but she's all right. Of course she is. She's Toots. So now, the question I've got now. This could be perceived as retconning, but I don't know. So you can ask me. When we were eating, so to cast grease, I need a bit of butter or pork rind, and we were fed, weren't we? Is that a
would
thing?
they have given prisoners pork? Do you know what? I'm going to allow it.
We always used to give the fattiest meat to the because it had less nutritional value in it, right? To the poor.
I don't know. I'm assuming there would have been some kind of grease or butter or something in the food.
I would say that you could have found some form of grease.
You're a legend. Thank you very much. So
love that justification, Sean. Nice one. Nice one.
So good. So
also, Ripper's always.
That's why all the cuisines of the world, the best cuisines of the world, are like the food that the poor used to eat, because it used to be given away. Lobster and all that used to be
brisket,
caviar.
You know what I mean? And their oxtail, etc. Like they used to sort of cast that stuff off, and now it's so just saying.
Loving it. Thank you very much.
Kale.
Kale, get run away.
Careful, we'll lose followers.
Quinoa.
So still got the, what are they called? They're not manacles. The ones that are on your feet. There's a name for them. Anyway,
pedicles
of some kind.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Pedicles.
Pedicles. Sounds a bit
We'll
too
go
far.
with manacles for the moment.
Righto.
I bet it is pedicles.
So that halves the distance I can run. So, and I'm
Yeah.
only on 25 foot because I am tiny. So what I'd like to do is probably now go to the northwest of 6.
Northwest of 6. So
Yeah,
you've got
so that's
5,
10 foot.
10, 15 is about. That's as far as you can move. Yeah.
No. If it, sorry. So
Oh, northwest. Sorry. So that'd be
Northwest
from
is-
there because you've got to come around the wall. So that's 5, 10,
Stop.
15 there.
No, directly of 6. You seem to be
Oh,
moving
6.
west.
Sorry.
6, yeah.
It cut out and I heard seed.
Sorry, yeah.
There or directly northwest? You've
Directly
got one more square.
northwest. Directly
there you
northwest.
go.
There we go. Thank you very much. Is that still 15 foot? So I've got no
Yes.
more movement. Cool.
Yeah, you've got 5 more feet of movement now, or 2.5 feet, but we'll call it 1 more square for the sake of being pedantic.
Okay. So, so the cart's there now, so I can see that. I have got. I'd like to cast grease directly underneath the butcher. I've got spell sniper, which means I can ignore any cover that he might
Range.
have by the people there.
Okay.
And also,
He doesn't have
range is
cover
fine.
with this because this is a deck save, I believe,
Righto.
for grease.
Yes, it is. That is,
So
yeah.
yeah.
I just noticed, Johnny, you've baned all the horse carts.
Yeah, I know. It's just ignore it. It's gone a bit weird.
Okay.
This is why I say I'm going to keep moving these out of the way, and I
Okay.
will redo this. See in mind that I think I've linked all the tokens as well, so it's literally baning all of them.
It's okay. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but
we'll take
I'm
that.
not because it
Why
will
not?
confuse the bejesus out of me. You know what? I will
We'll just
remember which
remember.
three it banes.
Yeah.
It's simpler. Okay, so he rolls 17, but he does have a -2, so it becomes 15.
Ah, he defeats it. He's successful.
So as the grease comes under him, he's just got
That's the
such
bane.
massive feet.
No, that was the
Ooh.
bane. That was the bane.
No, he hasn't been baned yet.
Ooh.
I said I'll remember and then instantly forgot.
I thought that's what the -2 was.
So with another -2, that brings that down to 14.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
well,
sorry,
he-
13.
Yeah, he just hit the 13. It was a Dex 13 throw, so.
So
Nabbit.
he's just got such massive trunky legs that he just puts 1 foot back as he starts going. And with his massive sword, which is still in the floor, by the way, he's got enough balance that it's looking like an awkward yoga pose, but he's not falling over. That is difficult terrain now for anyone entering it. So that is a 10-foot cube, I believe.
Yes, it is 10
I
foot.
think they have to reroll the dex save anytime they move within the zone.
Anytime anyone enters or anyone moves, yeah.
Okay, well, because he's a big token. That is that.
That's him, yeah,
That's him,
absolutely.
basically.
Okay, so that is your movement.
Great
and
idea.
And then I've got
action.
Toots. So
Toots,
was
yeah.
that Toots' action breaking free, or
Yes,
is that,
that was
she's still
this
got a
turn.
move to go? Okay, fine.
So I say next turn, she's back in
Okay.
your command as normal. But she used her turn this turn to just hit the DC to break out.
Is
So
Toots on the board?
Toots is going to be on the board in a second.
Come on, Toots.
Now Toots is back, Toots is there. So we are back to the top of the round. Nimble, who, as I say, Octavius had been reaching for his daggers, now looks around and goes, alright, pulls back his bow, which just knocks an arrow and fires off 2 shots, both at the butcher, because he's the biggest guy on the field. First one, Lack, you're slightly perturbed by the speed with which the butcher suddenly just shifts this blade, and it becomes a shield as it goes over his back, and pa-ding! You hear the clash of metal on metal. The first shot misses, and the second hits, which means he gets sneak attack. Because 6 is standing next to him. Now I roll high. 8, 10, 16, 18 plus 3. So 23 points of piercing damage. against the butcher. And he is going to use his movement over here and bonus action hide. Pretty good. So, Octavius, even you, as you see this arrows fly, you just look around. Kenku's gone. And then as you look again a bit more closely, you see that he's managed to almost spread his wings, become the perfect foliage of the rock that he's currently hiding behind. That is his turn. Lack, you are up.
Okay. I'm going to stare the butcher down in the face, and then I'm going to stab him with my spear. Or attempt to stab him with my spear. My arms kind of get in his face, like thrown around, and the spear comes up and underneath. Okay, 15 plus 8, 23.
Hits. Roll damage.
That is 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I focus down, I crouch down really low, and my fists come out and punch him twice. I'm going to spend a key point and do flurry of blows.
Okay.
So 2 more attacks. 14 plus 7. Let me just check that. 14 plus 7 and 3 plus 7. So a 21 and a 10.
Second one misses, first one hits.
Mm-hmm. So that's for 8 points of damage as I hit him.
So again, the spear jabs out, and you just manage to get a glancing cut across his knee as the other arm punches into the knee to try and weaken it. The other arm goes for the other knee to see if it can knock him down, and he just pushes down on the sword through the spectral arm. It sort of goes through enough that you don't feel like you've been cut, but you feel like you should feel like you've been cut, and you sort of just pull back enough to avoid it. That is, and if you're moving,
would then like to try, and can I jump over this fella to my west again?
To your west again, that will incur an attack of opportunity, but you can. In fact, that will incur
not from the
2
butcher,
attacks of
but from
opportunity.
the guy at the north.
Why
So
would
I
it not occur one from the butcher?
I've hit the butcher, so with my mobile,
Oh,
you can't make
yeah,
an attack
yeah,
of
that's
opportunity.
fine.
So just
But
to
with
go
the other
to
one
the-
will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. Yes, that's 13 plus 7, so 20.
Yeah, quite easy for you. You flip over. The one to at Six's side is going to lash out with a... Oh, what's their plus? It's plus 5. So that becomes a 19 to hit.
Just as one of the spectral hands slaps it down, and I jump over the other guy's head.
Nice.
Monks, man. Monks.
Fucking monks. Oh, just you wait till you get to a higher tier. Just you wait. Okay, that is your turn. It is Reginald's turn. At this point, he's just jumped out of the way of these flames. He sees Toots writing. He's like, oh, bloody hell, I wonder what that is. And he's just going to reach out and just slash with his gladius at the spearman in front of him. With a cocked dice. That's better. Plus... Ooh, just hits. So that's going to be... Now I'm rolling max damage. Why is that I wasn't rolling that when I was rolling? Okay, there we go. That's his turn, as you just see him slash once against one of their chests. And that's his turn. Yeah, Ripper, you were up. 6, you're on deck.
Lovely. I'm gonna. Oh, this matey boys. Well, I've got no movement, have I? While I'm still being grappled, so I'm gonna have to attack the guy who's effective. As you said, he's put his shield on the sort of door, hasn't he, to sort of block me in. So.
Well, you can attack him absolutely fine. You just can't move. So you're still attacking. You can attack him without disadvantage. It's just you can't move through him and move away until you break the grapple. And it's to kill him first.
I was gonna say, does an attack break the grapple?
Not automatically.
Okay.
But it will do damage.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. I'm gonna roll an attack on him.
Go for it.
I am not my barbarian, am I? I don't minus to whatever. That's still gonna be an 18 though.
That hits. Yep. Roll damage.
So I'm using my staff to end it. So that's a D8. So 5 plus 4 because I have my Challenge Divinity. So plus that one. So that's 9, then plus 3 for the weapon. So that's going to be 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. as even though he's holding this shield out, you essentially pull your staff off and just thunk him on the head to try and get him off.
And as that bonk goes down on his head, it's almost like he's getting told off by the gods above, as I'm going to use a spell slot to cast a Divine Smite.
Okay. Roll your smite slots.
I like that's cute, being told off by the gods as you get hit. Naughty!
I rolled a 5 and a 4, so that's 9 additional points of damage. And then I get a bonus action with my Polearm Master, so I'm going to hit him again. That's a 16 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Lovely. And then it's a d4. Reroll 1s and 2s on my damage dice. That's a 4. Plus... where's it gone? 4 plus 3 plus another 4. So 11 points of damage additional on top of that. And that's going to be...
Okay, so with that, you know when you're hammering in a nail and you're not annoyed at it at first, but by the end you're just really hitting the damn thing in. It sort of looks a bit like that, and you just see him... You think you're knocking him into the ground, but then when he just collapses unconscious on the floor, you see that actually just his knees had given out as you literally beat him into submission, and he is now unconscious with a horrible cut on his forehead, lying on the floor in front of you.
Can I still take my movement now?
Yes, because the grapple has ended. He is unconscious.
Lovely. Then I would like to, in some kind of like Hollywood fashion, like grab the top of the railing, swing my feet out, and like land on the ground, turning to the next guard who's going to get a lashing.
Okay, so I'm going to say everyone is now out of the carts.
Cool.
Okay, that is your movement and your action. Is that your turn?
My smite and my bonus action. That's
Good.
That's your damage dealing paladin of love coming through.
Strong
end my
turn.
turn.
Paladin of love.
Saw them in the 70s at Crystal Palace, I think.
They were good, weren't they? Yeah.
6, you're up.
What I'd like to try and do, I know it's not strictly sort of a maneuver, but I wonder how we might want to do this, because I've just, I've thrust my short sword that I picked up into the guy in front of me. I've picked up my scimitar. I've cracked at the guy to the south. I'd like to sort of pull the sword out of the guy in front of me whilst damaging him, and then maybe as a bonus try and throw the short sword towards Seed. Knowing that I haven't seen her handle a sword, but I've seen her handle a bow. I imagine she can handle a short sword, and may need one to get her bow back. So what do you think? If I don't know if you want to do it like an
I'm going to
attack
say
roll to
if
pull
you're
the sword
attacking,
out.
you wouldn't have. Because throwing something to someone is normally an action.
Okay.
So I'd say you can attack.
What about if I just attack him and then drop it on the floor behind me? Does that count?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, something like that. So I'm not throwing it to Seed, but I'm sort of
dropping
putting
a
it in
weapon is
position
fine.
where she could,
Yeah.
or even possibly holding it out for her to grab from me on her way past or something. If that's all right. So how do you want me to do that? If I'm going to yank the sword out of the guy, and shall I just go and attack roll? What do you think?
Yeah.
Because it's the equivalent of me just going
Yeah.
for like.
Make an attack roll with a short sword.
All right, cool. Right, let's give it a go. Oh, thank Christ for that. That's a 26.
Yeah,
That was
hits.
good. I was just worried if it was a 1 after all of that.
It's
After
such a
all that
loser,
planning.
Would have been really funny. So roll damage.
Brilliant. So that one will be that. That's 11 points of damage as I sort of kick him and pull the sword out, or use my foot as leverage to pull the sword out.
John, can we Bollywood this up so that as you
Go on.
pull it out, you let it keep going and your fingers go and just catch it at the tip and it's sticking out.
It's got to be done, and it's held out behind me, tip out, ready for,
Slow motion,
for
you can hear the
Seed
sound.
to grab
Absolutely.
if she so desires.
He's looking rough. You pulling that out hurts.
Is that...
That's your
will I have
action.
used a bonus action? Okay, well in that case I'm going to stay where I am, but I'm going to use a bonus action to, with the hilt of my remaining sword hand, I'm going to do the old Kylo Ren, and I'm going to use healing hands, and I'm going to... not healing hands. I forgot what it's
Second
called
wind.
now, but it's second wind, and I'm going to get my some healing back.
What? A Kylo Ren and then What?
To Kylo Ren. You know when he like gets his like.
We don't see where you're pressing your arms.
Yeah, we're just seeing you.
We don't see where you're hitting.
Oh, you're just seeing me do this. The old Kylo Ren special. It does sound like something unusual in the bedroom, doesn't it? I'm gonna hit my side. I forget you can't see more than whatever this is. I'm gonna bash my wounds that I took on the last few rounds.
You're still doing it.
I can't. What can I do? I can't.
Up here, man, up here.
I'm worried about my mic. And I get my my adrenaline. I can't say anything right now, can I? I've just.
Nope. Okay. Take your second wins. Have the healing. Let's pull this out of the gutter.
Let's move on. That's my turn gone. Yeah.
So, Seed, you see this short sword being held out if you are interested. However, it is the butcher's turn. They are going to take. Oh, he's going to take his dex because he's going to try and move through. Yeah, he gets a 19. So even with Bane.
Well, it's if -2, -4 is would put him at 13.
13. That's the DC.
Would save. Yeah. So
yeah. No, you got a 1 on the Bane as well. So he's fine. He's going to step forward now. So he is in with 6 and 6. He's going to make an attack roll against you. Whoo! There we go. For a natural 20.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm wearing like rags, you know, like at the start of a Bethesda game, like I'm just wearing like the basic loincloth or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So of course I'm going to take damage.
So you take, oh man.
I'm both happy and sad that I booked it out of there.
I need, is it 2 or 3 of those? 5 of those.
Two, I think, Johnny, 2.
5 of them. What is even going on?
Is there a D1? Is there a D1 in D&D? There is, isn't there?
It's just what he's rolling. Definitely rolling D1s.
That's 4 of them. Oh man, I put all my other dice sets away. Now I don't have enough. I'm gonna have to roll on.
Just tell everyone I'm dead, all right? You don't have to.
Okay, so you take 12 plus. Man, now I'm rolling well. 18, 23. Oh, these aren't so great. So that's 20. What was it? 23. 28 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Oh no, these are slashing too. I didn't change the weapon type. 8.
That's
9,
I'm not happy with,
10,
with how you're drawing
33
it out.
points of slashing damage.
How many did you say?
33.
33. If this was Pokemon, I'd be going do 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 right now. That would be that's just a signal.
So as he sees you, essentially just one of his men just drop to his knees. It's almost like a rage fills him, and you just see a grin going over his face. The broken teeth, his ugly, round, hideous, demeaning thing, as he pulls this sword back, and you see a little bit of your brother's blood mixed in with the rust as he just chunks it down. And where you're surrounded and holding this sword out, he essentially brings it into your shoulder, and you feel it cut deep in, and you're thinking, did that hit an artery?
Well, I think what everybody else sees is 6 actually go down, because I just calculated my numbers, and that's me down. That's 6 down.
Oh, it's brilliant. So so
too late. You've done it, Mal. It just came out, and everybody knows now.
Oh, DMs never get to have fun. And the sword just absolutely clunks down, and you feel it cut right in. And as you go down, he pulls it out and just bashes you with the blunt end of it, and you just fall like that scene in Gladiator. You know, where the old gladiator falls down and he lifts his mask up.
Yeah.
It's like that, but without the mask, but you just come back on your ass, basically. You are currently
short
unconscious.
sword just clatters slow.
Seed,
like that.
It is your turn.
Okay, well, seeing that happen, Seed is going to do their best to sprint while still cuffed in the leg irons straight to 6.
10, you can get there.
Yep, and I want to cast a Cure Wounds.
Okay.
So that's going to give you, sorry, just double checking I've got the right dice here. Yep. 9 points of healing. As Seed, kind of in a bit of a panic, kind of runs their hands kind of frantically on your chest, just trying to feel for your pulse, check you're okay. And then scrabbling around, looks to find the short sword that's clattered to the floor, grabs the sword, and I think... is it okay if I still got a bonus action left if I've picked up the sword, or would that be my bonus action?
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Okay. And then with the bonus action, I'd like to use the hilt of the sword to drum on the drum as Seed kind of gets like ready to start running again and says to Six, "Thank you," and passes on a bardic inspiration to you.
Marvellous. Thank you very much.
Seed.
Yes. Thank you very much, Seed. Thank you very much, Becki.
Then we come to the soldiers. So one up by Reginald is going to make an attack and miss. One is going to take a swing at Toots.
Go, Reginald.
And but they have Bane. So that brings it down to a 15 for Toots.
Sorry, muted. That's rubbish, isn't it? That is bang on her armor class.
So it hits. So Toots takes. Oh man, low rolls. It was +4, wasn't it? I will remember their stat block. Oh no, +3. So it takes 4 points of piercing damage. Okay. The 1 by 6, who he's just pulled the sword out of, is going to do a retribution stab. But that is one of the ones that is baned as well. So is therefore going to miss. Ironically, they go to stab you, but they were stabbing where you were before you just fell unconscious. Just as you were healed. So you managed to fall back as the spear goes over you and misses. The 2 by you, Lack, are going to take a swing. One's going to just flat out miss. And the other's going to miss. God, this is garbage. One's going to attack the prisoner in the cage and hit. So say goodbye to Thomas.
Thomas, no!
Yeah. I also
Did anyone
get,
even know his last name?
I get a reaction attack on him.
It's the one that's on the other side of the cart. So I'm going to say, although I've moved the thing out of the way, if we move this back, where it was, essentially, he's kind of standing... Oh, he was standing just to the side of the horses. So I'm going to say you've got a horse and a cart in between him.
Okay,
over
fine.
That might be a bit tough.
Like it's round the corner. Okay, cool.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, he was a scaredy cat anyway.
And then the 1 by you, Ripper, is going to take a swing at you with an 18.
That's going to hit.
Hit. Take 5 points of piercing damage. That is all the guards. Octavius, you're up. Faeza, you're on deck.
Okay. I would like to fire 3 scorching rays, all at the butcher, please.
Make 3 attack rolls.
Yeah!
So that's... What's my plus again? +7. So that's 14, 11, and 20.
Miss, hit.
What happens when you scorching ray something that's been greased upon?
At most, they would take 1d4 extra, but the grease is on the floor, not on the butcher.
Okay.
Oh, come on. 3 points of fire damage. Is there a plus on that? There is not.
Okay.
You're only level 4.
So again, you send out... Everyone sees these 3 arcing bursts of fire. They're all homing in on the butcher. And where he's just down 6, again, you see him lift up, and he almost resets the shield to his back, and... all 3 hit the back of his sword, but one of them just burns up, and you can see him go, "Ugh!" as it just scorches his thumb.
I don't know if you've seen that Carpenter Brew film, but I always imagine scorching ray being like those laser beams that happen.
Nice. Okay, well, if that's what you want it to be, it's
Was it a Carpenter Ray?
No, Carpenter Brew. You know, the artist, music artist. He did some films, some short films.
No, but I will check it out for a point of reference now.
Yeah,
I will find out.
Very arty,
very arty-farty.
It's very you, Brad.
We love that.
Right, that's your turn. Bonus action?
Bonus action, yeah. So I'm going to command my bird to attack Signor Brutus as well.
Okay. Going to move up. Make an attack roll for me, please.
Oh, he's ranged.
Oh, he's doing it from range. Okay.
Yes. Oh, come on. That's a 9, so it doesn't hit.
So again, he's still got his shield over his back. The fire is just pulsing into the back. This rusted sword is now glowing with heat.
Good.
Nice, so it'll chop through our skin better. Great.
Faeza, you're up.
Hello. So I would like to, while I'm next to the broken bits of masonry and stuff that seems to be lying around, I'd like to use my bonus action to use magic stone cantrip so that I've got 3 pebbles ready to go. Can I ask, where is the box that Reginald was rooting through? Is that next to him? Is that in front of him?
Currently, it's on the floor. Yeah, because he kind of had hold of it. Yeah, it's on the floor.
Okay, cool.
Where his token was.
Okay, fine. So if I use my movement to go to that chest.
Yeah.
Can I see? What the line caller?
So you've got 5, 10. You can get there.
Cool, great. So is either my I'm assuming that probably everyone, a mixture of everyone's weapons are in there.
So currently there's a bow there. There is Six's shield and his armor. His armor, would take 10-15 minutes to put on.
An hour.
But he could grab his shields, and that gives him an extra 2 AC.
Okay, great.
Seed's bow and Octavius's spear and shields, and Octavius's armor.
Scimitar and shield.
Scimitar.
So if I was to pick these up like Reginald did, if I was to pick up, would it have the similar rules to Reginald, so I could pick up 3?
Yeah, we'll do the exact same thing. Roll me a d4. Let's see how many you can grab in your turn.
Okie dokie day. Oh, hang on. Got 2.
So you can grab 2 things. So there's Seed's bow, Octavius's sword, Six's shield, Octavius's shield, and 2 sets of armor.
Okay, so I'll pick up. I think it's a good idea to get Six's shield.
Okay.
However, did you get that idea?
I don't know. I'm just. It's like I listened to what's happening in the game. I don't know. And I think I will grab Seed's bow, and I will throw those 2 items.
So where we're going to do this is, Faeza, can you make a strength check? And Seed and Six, can you make dex checks, please? 6 at a disadvantage because you're on the floor. You are prone still. You haven't yet stood.
I got a 10.
Yeah, again, it's not the hardest thing in the world to throw these, but I'd say you just hit the DC for throwing them towards them.
She's very small.
Yeah, and they are only 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Seed, how do you do?
21.
Ooh.
As it comes out, and again, you just reach up, grab the bow. It feels good to have it back in your hand. 6, how do you do?
Yeah, got a 9.
Got a 9. So it lands on you. It doesn't hurt you, but it has landed on you just as a spear comes towards you and ding, deflects off.
You're welcome. Cool. So that's all of my moves, isn't it? Any move, bonus action done.
Lovely.
So Toots then, I guess.
Yep.
So Toots is going to force empowered rend at the soldier who's directly east of her, as Reginald seems to be taking on the one who's north of her.
Make an attack roll, please.
Uh-oh. 17.
Hits.
Oh,
roll
wait.
damage.
Yes. Yeah. 1 second. So if it's just where is force empowered rend? What have I got to do? 1d8. There we go. 4 plus 6 of force
10
damage.
points of force damage as Toots, who has now righted herself, lashes out with her claws, and where they are manufactured, you see them scraping against the armor and actually carving through it a little bit, and you just hear of both metal and pain from a soldier who wasn't expected to have their armor gouged quite so. Gouged? Because gouged is never mind, I'm getting it.
Gouged works. It sounds wrong. It sounds wrong. But
having their armor gouged.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not right, but we'll fix it.
Gouged is past and present.
Yeah, I know, it just something sounds.
Well then, it's all good.
Doing Latin declensions with someone, it fucks my grammar brain up.
In the comments. Tell us in the comments. You can't really tell, can you? Because it's just going to be the word gouged over and over again.
Yeah, gouged. His armor gouged. And that's
anyway, carry on.
quality here at Blood and Song, ladies and gents. And that is your turn?
Yes.
Marvellous. Puts it to the top of the round. Nimble, who is hidden, is just far enough away to pop up, shoot at the actually going to take a shot at. I'll just move things back where they were. At the guy who's standing right by Ripper to your south, assessing the situation, seeing you're getting a bit isolated in 2-on-1. He is going to hit with the first and hit with the second, which means a bunch of dice and 4d6. Plus 5 is enough, Ripper, that you see the guy in front of you. As you were kind of facing him, 2 arrows, just one in the neck, another one almost identically in the neck, and the guy's still standing, but just hanging in there. That is, for his bonus action, he's going to re-hide. Natural 20. Lack, you are up.
Okay, so I am obviously a little bit bothered about my brother being taken out, and something happens is his whole body's like, he feels something, he clenches onto his spear really hard, and suddenly he glitches in and out of reality. And I'm going to stand over my brother. I'm going to move into that spot and stand over my brother.
Can you just roll me a D100, please, Lack?
Bradley,
51.
We noddle.
51.
He's liking it, so am I.
This is definitely some custom item that Johnny's created, and I know what sort of items he loves to create.
Something that will do something good now, and then will fuck us up later on. Yeah.
You get 300 points of exhaustion.
This kind of character assassination is both accurate and right. Nothing happens for the moment, but yeah, the rest of you suddenly see Lack. It's like just blurring in and out. Can't quite tell where he is. He seems to be in the same space, but you don't know which Lack you're looking at all.
It's like I like to think of it a little bit like that bit into the Spider-Verse when they're glitching.
Yeah,
that's what he looks like.
Just like that.
And I stand over my brother and scream at the butcher.
Okay.
What do you think you're doing?
You still have a bonus action?
Well, I can't do much with a bonus action if I haven't.
Because you've got to do the thing. Yeah, no, that's fair. So this is Reginald, who is going to make another attack at that Legionnaire. Woo! He's going to crit. And get max damage on the die.
That's a lot of D20. There's a lot of natural 20s that have gone around today, you know.
Yeah. It's this new set of dice my wife's given me, honestly.
Wait,
I mean, from everyone. Everyone's rolling
who's
them.
Getting them? Wait, I don't understand.
Not me.
What's a nat 20? I've never rolled one of those before.
So, Reginald has managed, with his murdering ways, to down a Legionnaire. And Faeza, you're close enough that you see, you've been in the cart with him, and you see him just start hacking furiously. And as the Legionnaire kind of pulls the shield up to defend themselves, he kind of leans around the side, grabs it, bites the Legionnaire's neck, and just shanks up under the armour. And you see him rip out with his teeth and just spit on the floor, just blood running down, and he's giggling.
Oh,
not like an intimidating laugh, but just like a
Oh, that
Wasn't he the stabber or something?
Yes, he's yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to sort this guy out afterwards, but he's on our side for now.
Well done,
we need all the
Reginald.
arms we can get.
Well done, Reginald.
That's Reginald's turn. Ripper, you're up.
So, can I just confirm that is that person riding a horse on the cart?
They are just to the other side of the horse, so they jumped down off the horse. What I will do to make it slightly more, because obviously I'm the Horton castings, it's not letting me move layers on the tokens. It's really annoying.
Fine. Okay. Cool.
So he's just to the other side of the horse.
So I've still got two around me, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hit this matey boy who's standing below me.
Yeah.
Just hold it on. Keep holding on. That is a 14 plus 5, 19.
Hits.
Cool.
So you kill the first one. You don't even need to roll damage. He has 1 left.
All right, lovely. Then I'm gonna move over to this guy on the right.
Okay, yeah, you've got enough movement. I'd say you can move around the cart easily, get to him.
And then I can use my Polar Master to hit him.
Yep.
13 plus 5, 18.
Hits.
Right, lovely. Ooh, that's max damage on that one. So 4, 8 plus 3, 11.
11 points of damage as you see now that soldier's starting to turn to look where he can't actually see Nimble because Nimble hid, but he does see Octavius. And as he turns, thwack round the back of his armor just to get his attention. You hear him kind of go, ugh, cough, and turn to face you.
What, China?
6, you are up.
All right. So I'm still prone. I'm extraordinarily sort of weakened. What I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and, while I'm down, I know I get a disadvantage to attacks, but I'm going to try and just sweep out to the guy to, I guess would be Six's front, but it's to the east of the map. And I'm just going to try and take out his legs.
Wait, to 6's...
Well,
6's front. Yeah,
6's
okay.
east. It would be
spend half
his
your
front.
movement getting up, Sean.
Yeah, but I feel like...
He wants to be cinematic.
Yeah, I'm sort of safe underneath as well.
His brother's got him. His brother's standing over him.
Like, Lax got me for now, so I'm going to try and do like almost like a cheeky little attack before I get myself out into a position where I might be more sort of under duress. So, and I've still got that bardic inspiration, so I'm going to try and use that to negate the... what do I add to the dice if necessary? Is it a D6, is it?
It's a D6, yeah.
D6, okay, brilliant.
Not for long.
Right, so I'll attack at disadvantage.
Yep.
So that's an 11 with disadvantage plus a d6. That's 13 to hit.
It misses, I'm afraid. So as you slash out at the guy's ankles, you now notice the first time you've looked at any of these Legionnaires' ankles that they are all wearing half-plate greaves. So they just clash against their shiny shin guards.
Laces, laces.
What I'll do is I'll use the momentum of hitting his shin guard stopped, and I'll use that to roll, and I'll use my half movement to use half my movement to get up.
Okay, so 6 is... so Lak is currently standing on top of you, so are you moving just to his side?
I think I'd probably, if I can roll to the north, I'd roll one step to the north.
Yeah, so you're essentially, let me move everyone back where they are now. So you're now in between Faeza and the person that was closest to her, next to 6. So you've essentially got a little bit of a wall of your party now in between.
Yeah, I think that's wise. Yeah, appreciate that. And then I think that's me done. Let me just check if I've got any bonuses. No, nothing at the moment. Okay, yep, that's me done. That's my turn.
Okay. Butcher is looking around. He's felt the flames hit his hands. He's going to turn and see you, Octavius. He is just going to walk away, possibly provoking opportunity attacks.
Yep. I'll
feel free to make one.
18.
Misses.
Okay.
And so again, you reach out with your spectral arm and just punch, and where he's still got the sword, it just dink bounces off the back of it. He is going to reach forward then and take a swing at you, Octavius, for 24 hits, I'm assuming.
For what, sorry?
24.
Okay. Yeah, that hits even with Bane, yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't roll Bane. Let's just be fair for the sake of it. Oh, that was a 4 as well, so 20. So that is 8... 15 points of slashing damage as the sword cronk comes down. He is, as the sword's in the ground, he's gonna say, "I've been looking forward to this, you gobshites." Pull back his hand and take an unarmed punch at you with his bonus action. It's with Bane. That's only a 1. 15. Yep, hits. So that will become just his strength modifier. So it's +5, so 5 points of damage.
Okay. As it hits him in the face, I spit my blood back in his face.
That is his turn. Seed, you are up.
Okay, so first off, keeping their promise to Ripper, Seed is going to turn back with the bow, aiming at the person Ripper is in combat with.
Okay.
So, going to let off an arrow. Sorry, I realised I actually should have checked. I'm assuming I have arrows? Or did I need to retreat? Okay. Good.
Legolas arrows, right?
It's not that kind of game. It's not that kind of
game.
I mean,
Don't
get that impression, Ryan. It totally is. However, yeah. Well, I would say your bow would be kind of in your quiver, wouldn't it? It's like a package that's thrown rather than just a lone bow.
Cool. Just checking I hadn't totally misunderstood that, but that's fine. So 18.
18 hits.
Cool. And that's going to be 8 points of damage.
8 points of piercing damage. As Ripper, you are standing there, and where this guy, oh no, it's the other one, where you just whacked, and they just turn around. As they turn around, doink, an arrow just sticks straight into their Legion tattoo, or on their right arm, from your perspective, and you just both turn, and Seed is stood there with the bow, just letting go. That's your action?
Yep. And for bonus action, sort of seeing out of their peripheral vision what's just happened with Octavius and the Butcher, Seed's kind of extremely overexcited at this point, to be completely honest. There's an awful lot going on. Instead of picking up the drums with the manacles that are still kind of on their wrists, they start shaking them furiously in kind of Octavius's direction, trying to kind of G you up and kind of let you know that you've got this. So bardic inspiration is floating you away from Seed's chains.
Lovely. Thank you, Seed. Unless you want to take any movement, that's your turn.
I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay. Soldiers are up. One is going to take a swipe at Ripper and kerfluff it.
Nice.
One's going to take a swipe up at Toots and miss. The one to the south of you, 6, is going to take a swipe and miss. My God. Lack, one's going to hit you with disadvantage. Gets a natural 1. And the last one is going to move into formation and actually do something a bit more interesting because it's seeing everyone else miss. He's going to attempt to shield bash you, 6.
Hey, I was just thinking about. I want a shield bash.
Not 6. Sorry, not 6. Lack.
Okay. I still want shield bash though.
With disadvantage, it's a 20.
Is he baned?
He is not one of the ones that was baned, no.
Okay, then that's it.
So you need to make a strength saving throw, please.
I can use my arms to use a wisdom saving throw for strength saving.
Yep.
That is a 19.
Yeah, you easily save.
You pushing me back, 2 of my hands plant into the ground. I spring back.
So he takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage as the shield just does. It sort of, he turns it sideways and just pushes it into the places where you might be, and it does enough to hit you, but as you go back, your hands go back and stop you. That is his turn. Octavius, you are up.
Okay, so
Okay, just gonna back out of here.
I'm going to fire. No, because that'd be a disadvantage. Just I am going to Misty Step as far away from him as I possibly can to the west.
Okay, so Misty Step gives you 50 feet.
30 foot.
Oh, 30 foot. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. If we do it an angle like that, you can get away
30?
from... Yeah, hang on.
That looked like
5,
30.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Sorry, one more. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, that's 35. That's 30 from where you were. You were just above the bird, weren't you?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No, I was right. So 30. You can either go there or there.
Can
to
you
the
not
west.
see my ruler?
No, rulers are personal.
Oh, okay. It's 5.
Don't show another personal ruler.
To the west more.
Okay. Oh, hang on. No, that's 35 on mine, Brad.
Oh, we got different rulers.
That's 30 feet. No, but that's 30 feet. That's showing for me. Were you direct? No, you were on the corner just above your Firebird, weren't you?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm just blind as fuck. Okay, so
It's fine.
Right, so yes, that works, and then I will command my bird to attack.
Make your attack roll.
Which is poor again, and 12.
Misses.
Okay, cool. That ends my go. Well, actually, no. I've still got movement, so I'm going to run another 15 foot west.
5, 10, 15. There you go. Running as far as away as you can. Faeza, you are up.
Yes. So I'm still near the box. Is there anything in there that belongs to me?
You can see at the bottom of the box, underneath all your weapons and armor, is all your general belongings are still there.
So my sling would probably be in there.
Yeah, you could reach and get your sling, no problem.
Okay. And is there anything that belongs to Octavius in there? Was his?
There's Octavius's scimitar and his shield.
Okay. So, am I? If I can pick up those two things.
He is. I will warn you because
yeah,
he is currently
a
long way away. Let me just.
Actually, if my spell focus is there, that would my
What's
spell focus not be there?
What is your spell focus, though?
It's a small fire crystal sort of looking thing.
Yeah, you can say that's there. That's probably a bit easier to throw. He's 35 feet away. I'm going to say ahead of time you're going to need a DC 15 strength throw to get it that far.
But if I've still got my movement, I could move.
Yeah, you could absolutely do that.
15 foot to get closer. So if I moved, say to the north, west of Seed.
10, 15. With
Okay,
that makes it 20 feet. I will say that that's a DC 12 then. I'll reduce it by 3.
Cool. So give that a go. Here we go. I've got a 13. Yeah.
So, Octavius, can you just make a dex check as you see Faeza almost like hopping with these chains, just throwing this crystal.
It's half decent this time, 17.
Yeah, again, you see it coming and you just one hand up, catch it, and you feel its power return to you instantly. That's your action and your movement, Faeza.
Yeah, that's it. I haven't got anything else then. Yeah, so that's Toots, isn't it?
Yep.
She's going to do exactly what she did last time. She's going to have a force empowered rend towards that soldier that's next to her as well. Which probably sounds like a nicer fate than if Reginald got there, frankly. That was horrible. Oh, not very good. Hold on. 7. Yeah, it was a 7. It's not good.
So this time, as Toots brings the other claw down with quite an impatient Toot, the Legionnaire does, having seen the damage it did to the breastplate, bring the shield round, which is much thicker, and just deflects her claws. Back to the top of the round. Nimble is going to take... He's suddenly surrounded by the Butcher. He is still hidden. So, because he's technically there, sort of on the thing. So he's in his hidden state. He's going to take 2 dagger attacks. Let's see. That's going to be a hit and a miss. As he hits, he gets 4 of those and 1 of those. Oh my god, that's nearly all 6s. 8.
That's it. Talk dirty to us, Johnny.
Does 41 points of slashing damage.
Amazing.
As he just pulls around and just tank a dagger right deep into the leg. And Butcher falls to a knee and is looking pretty rough. As we are at the top of the round, and this looks like it might go on a while yet. I'm going to suggest we take a break here to keep the tension high with the butcher looking injured. So, folks, we will see you back here in a very short while.
word that.
Hey.
It's because
Hello,
of the copyright
folks.
striker, so that's why I can't sing it to everyone.
It definitely won't, mate. None of them recognised it. Sean was singing to us, everyone, or attempting to.
Before we go back, because it was just Nimble's.
Sorry, Dan.
No.
Yeah, moving
It's not
swiftly
Homes
on.
Under the Hammer. It's someone in the
Well, just move
chat let us
past
know.
it.
It's not Homes Under the Hammer. It's one of
Can't
those
do-
sorts of like not Trip to the
Shall I
Country
mute
or
him?
whatever. What is
Yeah,
it?
you literally
Just
can.
mute him. You can do that. You can
So,
kick him out, can't you?
So my other group was with my relatives were saying with Nimble, by giving him a Scouse accent, you've made them a liver bird.
Oh wow, that is
Oh,
so
excellent.
clever.
That's very cool. I mean, that
I
wasn't my
unmuted
intent
myself,
at
by
all.
the
No,
way.
but take the credit for it because
Take
that's
it,
brilliant.
Man. Run with it.
I'm fully inclusive.
Totally
Even
intended.
Scousers. No, it's great.
I mean, I saw
I love
it
this
as the
Also,
fact
you've
that
got a
you made
very-
a thief for Scouser, and that's how I saw it.
That's how I read it. I read that you were leaning into stereotypes. I'm sorry.
I mean, how do you know they're a thief?
Sean was
Yeah.
there for 3 years at
Didn't see it
uni.
happen,
That's
did
why.
You've got me there. I don't
Just a member of the
exactly know,
garden.
but it's been alluded to.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, we were in battle and it was deadly. So, Lack, you are up.
Okay. Lack is angry with the fury of 1,000, I don't know,
Fists.
and he steps into that spot in between the two soldiers and by the butcher.
Yep.
And while he's on his knee, one knee, he's going to stab the spear. Oh, come on, let's try it. I'm going to see if this... He's going to attack him with his spear, and dependent on what happens, will depend on what happens, I guess.
Okay. Or make an attack roll.
That is 14 plus 8, 22.
Hits.
Okay. Which is for 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Okay.
I'll follow
Bonus
that
action?
up with 2 attacks.
Okay.
Another key point. That is another 14 and a 17.
Both will hit.
Both hit, but they do less damage for now. So, 2. So that is 14 points of damage.
We have to do some quick maths now.
25 in total, I think.
Yeah, he is not looking happy.
Okay.
Suddenly
then
starting to get a few cuts showing.
So I'll land there, and I will land there and stand there. I think that's my bonus action, my move, and my attack. Thank you.
Okay, lovely. Reginald is going to move round to flank the one on the other side of Toots. Jesus Christ, another natural 20.
He's the MVP.
Oh, mate, he's been cleaning up.
Okay, not such a good roll this time, but with Toots' damage, it is enough as he just leans and goes, "Hello there," and just full on. He does a Kylo Ren and just stabs this guy repeatedly. And when it's clear this guy is down, he's still there, just stabbing on the floor, still giggling.
Just like Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Nah, Kylo Ren was too broody.
Is he doing the traditional Kylo Ren action as we've already discussed?
Yeah, absolutely. That is Reginald's turn. Ripper, you're up. 6, you're on deck.
Cool. I am going to... This guy in front of me is not looking too hot.
Nope.
Lovely. Well, we might as well thin the herd. In for a penny, 2 for a pound. 14 plus
That'll
5.
hit. Yep.
Yeah, lovely. Ooh. 7 plus 4, 11 plus 3, 15, 14.
That'll do it. So, with a quick whack, you absolutely smash him around the face, and you hear as something sharp goes as he drops.
Lovely. And then I'm going to do the Kylo Ren up on the chest. I'm going to lay hands on myself for...
I don't know how this has become a thing, but it has.
Anybody that
I guess
heals
it's because
themselves
it's
now
called
has to
lay
punch
hands,
themselves.
isn't it?
Oh no, sorry. Lay hands is an action. I cannot do that.
See, I always thought of lay hands as more like you're laying your hand rather than furiously beating yourself.
Yeah, but you know how you can
Mate.
get like a soft massage and like a deep tissue massage, and it's
I
still
do,
a massage.
It's the
So-
ghost of Tsushima, man.
I mean,
That's
someone
how
that's
you
however
help
hitting
you
you
that.
over the
flavour
head
it.
with a bush to heal you.
Yeah, exactly. That's still a massage, man. No,
You still got your movement?
Yeah, I'm gonna just hop basically between. I'm gonna hop up north 2 squares, so I am basically in the line of the butcher, and
Okay,
and
yep, you're
Octavius.
10 feet away from him now.
Yeah, I'm good there, and then
Okay.
I can stop.
Okay, so 6, it is your turn. You are muted.
Okay. 6. He's got his shield back. He's feeling strong. I think he's gonna go in. He's just gonna go in for like, you know, one of those moves in like Soul Calibur where you sort of go in for like a sort of, you just go for a swipe, dainty, and 1 foot rises off the ground behind you. It's with that much thrust, you're like a dancer, and you put everything forward into that momentum. So I'm gonna just try and get the guy to the south of me. I haven't refreshed my page in a while. I assume there's still
Yeah, there's still a guy
to the
there.
south of-
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and
make an attack roll.
I'm gonna try and
Had a
cut his
little
head
tear
off.
at that description, Sean. It was
Yeah.
nice.
Just
Like
like
it's-
Sean Mina.
Yeah, exactly. It was. I had to do like a sort of a desperate action because I don't feel like I can back away from this.
Okay, you have an
so-
advantage on the roll as well because he is flanked.
Oh, that is superb. In that case,
You're welcome.
thanks. So in that case, it is a 15 to hit. It's a bit
Just
tight.
hits, that's his AC.
Oh, that's tight. Okay, in that case, I will do this for damage. I will do 10 points of damage to this guy.
That is enough, as he was pretty much on his last legs from
Oh, thank God.
some of the arrows earlier.
I am trying to cut his head off, by the way, as much as I can. With my
And you do.
Oh,
And it just tumbles off, and then the body just does the thing where it drops to the knees and then sideways.
head. Yeah.
A spray of blood over the grass in a very Ghost of Tsushima moment.
Oh, I appreciate that.
That is your action.
I may be low on health, but I'm feeling high of spirit. I think I will. Let's see.
Move up behind your brother.
Yeah. I mean, that's the safest bet, especially with the butcher down there. I
Okay.
mean, I know he's low, but he's.
So you move
boy.
up 5 feet behind your brother then.
I think I might move to the north side. I don't know if like.
You're on the north side currently.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, sort of. I would position myself. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. There's good. There's good. Yeah. I like that.
Okay.
I'm afraid of that butcher. That's all. He's a big guy. And he's close. I'm just scared. But
Okay.
Sean is scared. Six isn't scared, but Sean's scared. Yeah. I'll stay there and I'll leave it. I'll leave my action and movement there.
Okay, in that case, it is the butcher's turn. Now he's looking around, seeing himself pretty hemmed in, although Nimble did forget to hide at the end of their last turn, so they are seen. He is going to move over to your east, Six, and
That's the
Lack.
grease. That's the grease section, isn't it?
So he will take a
Oh,
easy
please.
save.
Does he also not get an attack of opportunity via?
And also he needs to roll the bane.
Yeah, I
as
will
well.
do it. Wait. One on the bowl, out on the bane, makes that a 14.
Oh,
Oh, he's just saved. Damn it.
Sorry, and then the attack of opportunity from Nimble is going to hit. Rolls a 1 on the die, so it does a thing. With dagger, reaches out and does 4 points of slashing damage. Good, which he doesn't seem to notice. Right, now the butcher's there. He's going to eye you both up. Lack,
All right.
you're still flickering in and out. He's a little bit unsure, whereas he sees Six. Does he try and hit the thing he can't see, or does he see... He's going to attack a weakened foe.
brother, no!
That's not a good roll.
No, it is. It is good.
7, 15. What's your dex?
My dex is 14 plus 2. Oh, it's 16.
So your dex is 2, so it's 10.
Oh.
Plus 2, plus 2 for the shield is 14.
Oh,
he just hits, so he only just hits you with a 15.
It doesn't matter if he only just hits, or if he really hits, like he still hits.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do to me? What's he gonna do?
Oh man, he rolled fucking snake eyes. So that's 2, 4, 5. 7 points of slashing damage. As the sword again comes down, crank, smashing into you. Seed, you're up.
Okay, I would like to aim an arrow at the butcher, please.
Go for it.
Come on. Hey, that is an unnatural 20.
Hits.
That is 10 points of damage.
So, as he's smashing 6, you're starting to see just cuts and wounds appearing on him more and more. You manage to just hold your shot for a moment. As it comes down, it exposes a tiny bit of his back, and you shoot the arrow in it. You see it graze across the back, but it's another cut, and he is not looking happy.
Seed. Good strike.
That's your action. You've still got your bonus.
Okay, I'm gonna dish out my last bardic inspiration, and in fact, as Lack makes that comment, Seed will kind of do a little salute that turns into them once again shaking the manacles on the way down and then beating the drum.
Nice.
Shiny.
Thank you.
So that gives you, you'll take your d6. Okay, that's your turn. It is the few remaining soldiers left. In fact, I believe we've only got 2 standing. One is going to take an attack against 6. In fact, they are next to each other, and I'm going to remember to do this for the first time. No, he's not. Wrong positioning. So it is just going to be a spear attack with disadvantage. Ooh, that's lucky. That was a 19. But that one is a 3. So the one against 6 is going to miss. It's not 6 or 8. Lack is going to miss. The one to the south of Seed is going to stab. It's a 5, and it gets a +5. 10. What's your dex?
My dex is +4.
So yeah, it misses you. And so as it goes to stab your shield, you move your manacles, and it just goes in the way of the spear and deflects it harmlessly over you. Octavius, you are up. Faeza, you're on deck.
Well, I'm going to use my last 2nd level skill slot to Scorching Ray. Butcher.
Butcher?
Again. Yeah. I kept on thinking he's called Bruiser, but that's not right.
No. Make an attack roll. Or 3 attack rolls, please.
3 attack rolls. Okay, so that's 19, 26, and then that's 11 plus Bardic Inspiration. Plus 6 is 17. So 17.
2 hit.
Okay, cool. So 46 is 15 points of fire damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yes. Yes.
Both Scorching Rays are going to fire off. The third one is going to scoop over his head, but the 2 next are going to hit both right into the eyes, just beaming straight out the back of the head.
So something you've all seen during your time in Cinderbane was you've kind of seen the black smoke pouring out of people's eyes that was kind of oily and weird and wispy. For a moment, Lack and Six, you think it's actually the same thing, as you're staring at the butcher and he's kind of laughing at you with this maniacal grin, holding his giant sword, and then suddenly there's just a flash from your perspective and just smoke coming out of his eyes. Then you realise it's the black smoke and the smell of burning flesh.
Ugh.
And he just topples backwards.
Can I say,
legs,
Six would love to just reach out a hand if he may. It doesn't have to use it in the next round, and just gently grip this sword as it lets go of his hand. So he just gently, he doesn't even grab it out of his hand. He just just gently cuts.
So because his hands are holding the two handholds. The rest of it's a giant, jagged, square blade. Which part of the jagged square blade are you grabbing?
No, but you know where his hands are. Hold on, let me not have to hold the space button so I can.
So let me do it like this. It's a massive thing, right? About the size of literally like a massive double shield.
So wherever the grip is,
they're like that. There's two grips like that in his hand. So he's like that. He gets hit.
Six has got a sword, right? So I think he'd bolster it with one hand, and he'd reach his free hand because he's quite good with his second hand as well. Reaches with his second hand and just gently holds it while the butcher's grip.
What is your strength score? Because this sword actually has a strength requirement. So let's see if you meet the strength requirement to wield.
Oh. Otherwise, it's just going to be sitting in my inventory for like till I'm level 25. I've got a +5 strength.
So your strength score is 20.
I guess I'm 20 +5 is my.
Yeah,
I'm
so
quite
+5 to your mod. I'm looking for your
the
score.
modifiers +5.
Yeah. So as you reach out and you hold it, and he starts to go, you hold it, and then oh god, it drops to the ground. You've got it. It's bloody heavy, but you've got it. You get the sense that probably no one else in the party is strong enough to actually pick this thing up. It is definitely not something to wield one-handed. It's too much.
Okay.
But yeah, you hold the thing as it falls over. You still got a bonus action, Octavius. You're muted.
Drinking face.
Still can't hear you.
Still muted.
There we go.
I could tell what that swear word was, even with the mute.
So I'm going to command the bird to attack one of the remaining soldiers, probably the one next to Seed.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Then 19 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
That is 5 points of fire damage.
So as the bird sends these flames off again, shooting out, they just catch the back of the soldier's cloak, which just roars up in flames. And you hear a gurgling scream as the soldier too drops to the ground.
And that left, guys, thank you.
Faeza, it is your turn. There is one person left.
Yes, there is.
Slingshot them. Slingshot. Use that slingshot.
I've fought so hard to get the sling. I'm going to use it. Yeah, I'd like to go south 10 yards, please.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the magic stone in my sling to
make an attack.
Hit him. Thank you very much. Ooh, that is a 12. It hits.
Does not hit, I'm afraid.
God damn it! Okay.
So you fling the sling, and the stone, it just clings off his helmet harmlessly.
Okay. That is really annoying. Like story-wise.
No, it's hilarious. You're like a hobbit
like
man.
that
You
comedy
fought all that
character.
way to get that thing.
Who's that little wizard that floats in He-Man with the O? What's his name? He just causes Orko. That's it. I was basically being Orko then. Okay, fine. That's all that Faeza's gonna do.
Yep.
But unless, because I've got two weapon fighting, I think. Can I do another stone or not?
It means you can make a you can make a melee attack with your offhand weapon, but you're not holding an offhand weapon.
Okay. Oh, that's answered that question.
So you can stand up and try punching them. You'd have to step 5 foot closer and then attempt to punch them to use that.
She's not good close quarters, but that's okay. I will rest Faeza and then bring up Toots, I think. So Toots has got 40 foot of movement, so she can, I believe, go directly south of.
Yep. She has time to jump off the cart, scuttles up, seeing you close.
Yeah, force empowered rend that baby. Yeah. Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah. 10. It's not gonna hit either.
So again, as she goes to swipe, that's just at the time when the soldier, as his helmet is clanged, moves round and automatically moves out of the way of these claws swiping. That is your turn.
That jammy bastard. Yes. Oh no. Have I got some movement left? How much did I move? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, wasn't
You're
it?
still for Toots.
Yeah, Toots.
Yeah, Toots has still got 5 feet left.
Yeah. So she's not moving out of 5 foot range. So this is an opportunity attack question. So if Toots moves just 5 foot to the west, is she provoking an opportunity attack?
No, because she's staying in the opponent's attack range.
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Okay. So one essentially within right up to you, she kind of shuffles around protectively so that she's not directly in between, but she's at an angle in between you and the soldier.
But also, she's now with 6 flanking said soldier.
Oh, so that would be directly west to you, so to be there.
No, 6, not that.
6. Sorry, yeah. 6 is now flanking. Yeah.
Cool. That's cool. Thank you.
It is then the turn of Nimble, who's gonna look over, peer over the rock, get up and go. Right, well I think we got this one. Do you want to throw down your weapons and we'll call it quits?
To the soldier.
The soldier is gonna make a persuasion attempt. Not unreasonable. That's their turn. Lack, it is your turn.
I will move 5 foot down to the south and say, my friend has a point. There's lots of us and lots of dead youths. I'd probably give up.
Okay,
for your own sake, huh?
Intimidation or persuasion, your choice.
I am equally shy to both. So, also I say it like this: not you, on the floor, and
it just sounds like you got bad internet.
Hey, less of that. Don't victimise me.
13. That's 13.
13. Okay. Is that all you're doing on your turn?
Yes. If that was, would that be an action?
It is an action. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Reginald. Is anyone looking at Reginald?
Don't think so.
Don't think so.
I mean, I can sort of.
Reginald is the stabber, is he?
Really.
Is Reginald the stabber?
Yeah.
Reginald's the stabber.
I've got my eye on him because I asked him to go to get the weapons. I know that we've talked to him in the thing already.
Okay. He's still stabbing the body and laughing.
Fuck.
6, you are up.
Okay. Oh my god, this is a really tough one.
We've got one hand on this greatsword on the floor, and the other hand is holding a sword. In fact, the other hand must be holding your shield.
Yeah. Oh god, I don't know.
So you've dropped the short sword. You've got one hand on the greatsword on the floor, and then you're holding the shield.
Yeah. Well,
what Johnny's saying is you look badass right now.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I would like to. Oh man, I hope somebody else sorts Reginald out because I'm just going to try and sort this guy out quickly. No. I don't think it's okay what Reginald's doing. It's too far away. Can I move with the greatsword? You think? Can I move with the greatsword?
You'd have to drop your shield and actually put both hands on the sword, but yeah, you can. You've got the strength for it.
I'll tell you what I'll do while I'm here, with the hope that someone else will keep an eye on it. What I want to try and do is use a disarming strike on this remaining soldier, but I don't want to attack him, obviously, because I think it's...
Well, what you can actually do in D&D, you can, if you deal lethal damage, you can choose to make it non-lethal. So you can choose to literally do the whole pommel against the head and knock them out.
Okay, alright, let's go for that. I'll go...
So that's a normal attack roll, and you just say, I'm not doing this lethally.
Okay.
How are you doing this? Are you doing it with the greatsword?
Well, can I use the greatsword?
You'd have to drop your shield.
Okay.
Yes, you can. You could basically pick it up and just quonk him with it. So it's a normal d20 roll plus your strength plus your proficiency. It's a strength weapon. And then if you hit, it's 2d6 plus your strength.
Alright. Wait, you know that I never really remember any of that stuff. Right, I've rolled a d20.
Let's roll a 20-sided dice.
That's 14.
Plus your strength.
Plus my strength.
19.
Yep.
Plus your proficiency.
2.
Plus 21. My proficiency, which is 2.
21.
Yeah, so you hit.
Oh! That's nice, isn't it?
So I'm going to say, with the amount of health they had left, you absolutely manage with the butchers. You heave it, it's really uncomfortable, but you just kind of whack it like a frying pan or like a tray or something. just around his head. But again,
yeah, because also I don't really know how it works yet.
I think we need like a digital
chair and
wrestling, don't we?
Yeah. It's the math side of it. People are going to know that, like, now I'm getting a handle on what my character can do, which, by the way, I've never done before in any other game ever. So everyone should be quite proud
any
of me.
game, never mind TTRPG.
The maths are still going to evade me,
can't
right?
get the boot to work.
So I'm just gonna because I sort of don't know how this sword works, right? So I just sort of whack him, and it doesn't do any lethal damage.
He flops on the ground and is unconscious. And at this moment, with the Defiant boss music now raging in your theme, I am going to slowly fade that out and say combat is over.
Can I have used a bonus action to have yelled to Stabber and told him to come over to us? Stop what you're doing and come over to us.
Don't want him stabbing this.
No, but we need him within range while weapons and items are there.
Hey, so make a persuasion check.
Okay. Just need him with us. So I'd rather he was with us and we can talk to him. That's looking like a 12.
Okay, we'll find out what happens on his turn.
Ripper's going to use his still enchanted weapon to sort of like smash into the leg manacles and break them, so he's got full movement.
Make an attack roll.
Ripper chops off his own leg.
23.
You hit, roll damage.
I was thinking it was more like a cartoon where he keeps moving his leg to make the attack, and it moves the chain back. Backwards and backwards.
Oh, fuck's sake! I rolled a 1, a 2, a 2, and now a 3, which is ridiculous. So
just let you know that they have an AC of 10, and they have 10 hit points.
Oh yeah, I've done it then.
Yeah.
I won. So yeah, smash it.
You do manage to smash it, and your legs are now free. In fact, anyone who takes some time, you could probably find the key very comfortably in several of the guards' pockets. Because you still have 2 iron anklets, essentially.
Sorry, are we out of combat or are we in?
You are out of combat now. No, you're still... No, you are out of combat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would like to move over to Butcher's body and search him for any letters, orders, anything like that.
Make an investigation roll, please.
I didn't realise I had a -1 for that, so that's 12.
That's enough. So in his completely lacerated body, you find a pouch that contains 250 gold, roughly. You see that his armor is sort of, well, he wasn't wearing much, just one of those kind of leather kind of V things. It looks like the flux capacitor. And he's got bits of nails and bits of metal, like a whetstone, and he has got a single letter that you recognize the handwriting from when you open it up, that just says, "Bring him to the Colosseum and his friends."
Okay. As I open the letter, I throw the gold to 6 because I don't know what to do with it.
Is everyone okay?
Gonna head over. Well, obviously everyone's gonna chat.
I mean, from your prison time, not just after this battle. Is everyone okay? I mean, you were literally riding in the police cars.
Just 2 cops. They're just 2 cops cars.
I'm going to be honest, I'm feeling a lot better now I'm not in that cart. That was pretty unnerving.
Didn't look very nice.
No.
You should meet my friend Nimble.
Oh!
Hello.
How exciting.
Lovely to meet you all.
Lovely. We've had a lovely time coming here. Cousin and second cousin around corner. So I've met some new friends. It turns out not all Chinellans are actually bad, so it's good times.
Well, most of us are. Got to be honest. I'm gonna go get the mules.
Okay.
And he starts walking back.
Faeza's fussing over Toots because she's had a couple of hit points damage, and she's just, what is this? What's going on here? And she's gonna try and fix her, and just tinker away.
Make a tinker check for me.
What's a tinker check then? D20 plus something.
Plus your intelligence, plus your proficiency.
I believe there's a specific rule about mending, actually.
Mending will automatically work. If you said a tinker check, it's that's double your proficiency.
So I swapped my cantrips around when we did our last rest when we were locked up because I thought, no, I got a critical 1. That's a natural 1 even.
It's all right. It's an ability. So double your proficiency is 4, plus your intelligence.
That's my intelligence, which is plus 3.
3. So that's 3, 7, 8.
8. It's
easy enough to repair your own creation. So it's not. This is a kind of like a patch job. You get the sense that tonight, or once you've got mending again, you can really make sure Toots is in great condition. But you do enough to sort of just fix any ancillary damage.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Nak heads to Six and grabs him, forearm to forearm, and pulls him up. Brother, are you okay?
Yeah. You attend to the wounded. Make sure everybody's okay. I'll be back in a moment. And he's appreciative, obviously, but he goes straight to the set of belongings, and whilst he's bringing them out so that people can grab their belongings, he finds the urn of his mother's ashes and straps it to him, and then he feels like although he is damaged and bloodied, he feels like he can rest.
You notice as you take the urn out as well that although things were kind of quite tightly packed in the chest, the urn was quite reverently packed and looked after. So even though you were enemies or prisoners, you get the sense that even Chanelans don't disrespect the dead.
I think Ripper was gone over to Thomas's body, and he's sort of saying a prayer for him.
Then Lak's gonna just be dragging all the dead bodies to the side of the road, letting other people get on with what they're doing.
With their arms.
Yeah, 8 arms to put in.
I think Faeza's going to look over at Reginald and see what Reginald's doing.
Make a perception check.
Cool.
That's...
I got 15.
Yeah, he's scalped.
He's gone. Okay.
That will not come to bite us on the ass, will it?
Or maybe it will help us.
Six goes like, we're not judge, jury, and executioner in this land.
Judge Judy?
Judge, Judy, and executioner in this land.
Jury,
Does such a person exist? It's an oldie but a goodie.
What our mother used to say. Judge Judy?
Judge, Judy, and executioner. Which one do you want to be? We all want
Judy
to be
was
Judy.
A very wise woman in our
village. Very wise, yeah.
We say Judge Rinder and Executioner.
Judge Rinder, Executioner. Is that a Chinelan phrase? I see. It's interesting how phrases on different parts of the land change. So if we meet him again, fine. If the authorities ask us to hunt him down, then we shall. But otherwise, he saved us, he helped us. His past, his future has nothing to do with us. That's how Six justifies it.
Faeza's going to turn around, and because she saw him with the stabbing and the giggling, she was like, well, I sincerely hope that he's not part of our future. That was not normal.
I mean, to be fair, we all just did stab or burn or punch or shoot people with arrows.
Even in the nature of battle, no. That's
okay, I didn't see what happened. So
somebody that you don't. That's somebody that you definitely do not want to turn your back on in the future. And you sort of get the sense Faeza's seen something similar before, I think, in her past.
Lak, can you just roll me a d20?
No, you did.
19. What is going on? Thank you, my brother. I mean,
Lak disappears.
Oh! And I was just saying, I just pulling the book.
Octavius goes and puts on his armor.
So you're spending 10 minutes to just put on your armor?
No, just as soon as he's gone.
Faeza's gonna investigate where Lak was to see if she can see any sign of what's just happened.
So as you start going over, Lak reappears, but 10 feet to the left.
And I'm picking up with. Hang on, it was.
Can you roll another d20?
10.
Just let go of the
10.
staff.
Yeah.
You stay there for the second.
Okay.
Oh. I'd suggest letting go of the staff. Lak. I believe you were the one to hold on to the item that was given to us by that creature, right?
Do we know if it looks like the similar phasing in and out to the creature that the woman that we saw in the temple? Would we recognise it?
Similar. The one when you make an insight check, or Faeza, you could make an intelligence check.
Okay. 12, Johnny.
Or Arcana check. Sorry.
I got 24.
24. So as you're looking, you can tell that the fragmented that you'd faced before, that was sort of quite chaotic and kind of quite violent, phasing in and out. This seems not controlled, but as though it's random rather than chaotic, if that makes sense.
Would Six recognise this in any way at all?
Nope.
Not necessarily as not anything to do with like perhaps them being brothers or anything. It's something else.
This is something completely new. This is something of a very arcane nature, which isn't in either of your backgrounds. In fact, can you make another D20
I rolled
roll?
a 12. Yeah, I rolled
Is he
a 12.
aware that he is
Lack
phasing
disappears
in and
again.
out?
Anyway, so I was just gonna.
Is Lack aware that he's phasing in and out? Do you think? What's the?
That's what I'll ask him when he reappears.
Okay, this is strange.
Ripper's gonna get ready for when he reappears.
6 seconds later, bam, he's back.
Anyway, so
Ripper is gonna rugby tackle him.
Brother, you keep phasing in and out of existence. I think it may be related to the staff. Do you realise that it's happening? And if you are, where do you go and what do you see? It happens every
it's a good question. I'm
10
not
seconds or
entirely
so.
sure.
Sometimes you stay,
I feel
sometimes
like
you don't.
it's
Roll a
only just
D20.
happened.
I'm still holding on to him, by the way.
5.
You stay there. What you see when you are there, when you disappear, it's like you're still there, but the entire world is bathed in a light of the artifact you've got on the end of your spear. It's sort of, if I say Lord of the Rings vision, that's probably the most accurate.
Yeah,
quick
I was
way
going to
of
say
getting
you
there.
can see the eye.
Right. Except there's no burning eye. It's just that the entire world looks almost translucent and like blue and white and like fragmented lights.
And little numbers running down everywhere.
Yeah, it's very
You're getting
cody.
detective vision from the video games.
You can see everyone's health bars, likes.
How much XP have we got?
You can actually see all of your party when you're in the other realm. They seem
Just out of
indistinct.
reach.
Yeah, indistinct, wispy.
Okay.
And I'll say, to save us having to do every single roll, for the next minute, Lack sometimes stays, sometimes disappears. After about a minute you wait, seems to be stabilised. He's not going anywhere.
I feel like Ripper is just chasing him around.
Yeah.
Like...
halfway through that minute, like Lack's getting a hang of this, right? And he's deliberately making Ripper chase him round, like it becomes a game of tag, even though it's random for him. Like I know it doesn't quite, I can't quite appear where I want.
I'm gonna get you, mate. I'm gonna get you. Where are you? I know you can hear me.
But I'm here. This is very strange, but we'll make the most of it. Oh, got again.
All right. Does someone want to check those guards if they had anything in their pockets as well? They carry a bit of gold or satin. Oh,
yeah, Six has been passing out everybody else's belongings so they can choose whether they want to put things on or not or keep them. He's going to follow his cues from Lack. So if Lack doesn't seem worried about it, and because Six doesn't have any information on what it is, and it doesn't seem to put him in peril, he'll just let it go for now.
I mean, Lack's putting a brave face on it, but he might not be feeling brave about it. If that makes any sense.
I'd say if you're passing things out, are you actually sitting and paying attention to your brother and looking at him, or are you handing things out? Because they're two quite different things about where your focus is.
I'm not trying to get away with doing both. I'm more taking them out and sort of walking around and letting people grab them from me, and I'm keeping one eye on Lack.
So keeping one eye on them but passing them out, I'm going to say still passing them out. So if you don't have enough attention to really focus on Lack and see what his mood is, you assume he's probably all right. He's always messing around. It's probably just a new trick.
Yeah. Until we know more about it, it's best to just sort of almost let it ride. Let's gather more data is what Six is thinking.
I didn't ask, do I recognise the writing on the note?
Very clearly.
Cool.
So when Lack has settled and he doesn't seem to be zipping anymore,
obviously gets rugby tackled.
I think Faeza's gonna go up to Lack and go, you okay? What what's happened?
I'm not entirely sure. I got worried for my brother, and it was just a bit strange. It's hard to. I don't really know. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I'm fine. It's all fine. I probably just need a cup of tea, huh?
Okay. If you want one, I'll make you one. But I think maybe we should get away from this area, maybe, because they
Well, just in case the others come back, huh? We should probably get moving.
Yes, but I'll make you a tea. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay. And then she's gonna look at the guy who's prone on the floor and go, "Oh, and what about him? What should we do?"
Well, tie him up first of all.
The guard patrol will be coming along shortly, I'd imagine.
So you think we should just leave him here?
You know, I know a little bit of field interrogation. Just one or maybe two cops. Maybe maybe we can find a time or a place very shortly, just away from the road. We can talk to him, find out maybe what he knows.
Is this what Ripper and Lack was saying earlier? The bad cop thing.
Yeah. Just two cops. Just two cops. No good cop, no bad cop. Just two cops.
Just two cops. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then, because he is just a foot guard, then we return him safely, although perhaps he doesn't know that, safely to where the patrols will be moving through.
So around this time, you see Nimble coming back with your mules and horses, and carts. And he goes, "Right, well, as promised, safely delivered. Now, Lack,
yes.
Thorn will be waiting for you. She's going to meet you in Shade Mantle, and up till then, do you mind if I come with?"
Sure, is she waiting in Shade Mantle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take you to our place there.
Love you to come with us.
What is this? What's going on?
It's nothing. I just had to make sure that the people helped you, and I've just got to report back to Thorn.
Who is this man, Nimble? Who is he?
He's
I'm Nimble. Nice to meet you.
Holds out a nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
He's one of the garden.
I appreciate your help. What
wow, love your drum. I really like drums.
I love this drum too. Was that you shooting the arrows earlier?
Yeah, it was.
You're a really good shot.
Thanks. So yours. They weren't bad either.
So he's going to kind of nudge Lack and go, "I think I made a friend too."
Of course you did. Of course you did, Sid. Nimble's lovely.
Oh, if no one minds, I was going to say, shall we don't really want to hang around here when the next patrol comes along. We're a little bit conspicuous, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Especially with, don't take this the wrong way, because, I don't really care. But with so many foreigners at the moment, we need to kind of get you off the streets, as it were.
Octavius, what's your thoughts?
Well, I agree with Nimble.
Octavius!
Hi.
So lovely to meet you. Heard a lot about you. Great work. Great work.
Thank you, I think.
But
yes, we should move quickly.
Indeed, Nimble can show you this trick where he shoots birds out of the sky. It's amazing.
Oh, well, hang on. Only joking, of course I can. Watch. And just fires, and two sparrows fall down, hooked on one arrow, chunk, onto the floor.
It's very good.
We got a snack. Lovely.
Before we leave the area, Seed's going to kind of waggle the short sword at Six that they were given and say, "I'm sorry, can I just check, where did you get this from?"
I just swept it up from one of the guards when they dropped it. You may keep it if you like.
Oh, no, that's okay. It's not mine. And Seed's going to very politely walk to the pile of bodies that Lack made and sort of very gently just sort of lay it down.
Stick it in one.
No, literally just, as though it's sort of stacked carefully in the general pile, and then sort of satisfied, be like, yes, that's where it needs to be, yes. And then just, it's returned.
So as you're all kind of picking up your stuff and getting it all packed up, ready to go, can someone just make me a perception check?
I got a 12.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
I got a stunning 5.
I might as well have not rolled as well.
That's just been you this whole campaign.
That's the tracker. That's the scout.
Yeah, that's the scout with the +7 to perception.
Anyone who's going to have to beat a 20, because obviously the adrenaline here is kicking around, and it's been a time and you're thinking about other things. Ripper, you notice that lead box is missing.
Well, what was in the lead box again? It was
the shard.
But doesn't Lack have it on his weapon?
I have it.
You have a sliver of it.
No, I was the one carrying the lead box.
Did you put the whole thing? Because remember, it was like a large thing. I thought you'd taken a little bit. A spear.
Because Lack wasn't letting it go. Basically, he had.
Oh, you still got hold of it.
Yeah.
But you don't have the lead box on you, do you? Did you take the lead box with you? Because it's quite a large lead box.
Yeah, it was like strapped to my back. We did discuss that while I had taken it. It definitely wasn't with them. Although it might have been in the room.
That was actually, it. You left it in the safe.
In the room, wasn't it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. To be fair.
As I said, the one on your spear is a sliver of it.
Yeah. I just
but the main shard was less in the safe.
I jumped out the window without thinking. There's no way I would have had that. It's definitely them.
Yeah. So I've done some inventory, and it would appear that our box of shiny shard is not there.
Oh
dear.
I'm gonna guess one of two things. One, that rascal made off with it, or two, they didn't even bring it in the first place. Now, if I'm being totally honest, it's probably number one, and he's got it.
It's unlikely that. It's more that they might have kept it. But why don't we ask this gentleman here?
I think we have two options. We move into these ruins and interrogate him before we move on. Or we get in the cart, interrogate him on the move while we're moving to wherever Nimble wants us to go, and then we just throw him out onto the road when we're done in a polite fashion.
Of course. Why don't we, I've got an idea. Why don't we just, drag him so his head's just far enough on the ground, and then, then he'll talk.
I would rather not start torturing members of the Legion.
Oh, it's not torture.
No, I think everything that goes on here should be under the supervision and canopy of Octavius. He will let us know if we're going too far or not. They are his soldiers after all. Ex-soldiers even, but still, his countrymen.
A lot of these men were following orders because it's all they had. If they didn't follow orders, they were put in the Colosseum with us.
All right, fine, I'll just go and fucking.
I hate to say this, but if we think there's a chance somebody has run off with it, do we not need to deal with that quite quickly?
Yes. We need to know where it's gone.
And that is where we are going to end tonight.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Good game, folks. Good, well done on that fight. That could have gone very differently. So well played.
Six was close there.
Oh man, twice.
I feel like Nimble was putting in the work.
Yeah, MVP.
He did.
Wasn't it? It was Nimble when it was old Rapscallion or whatever his name was.
Yeah, they did the most damage.
Mate, Reginald was insane. I can't believe that he was rolling so well.
Big battle like that, Johnny. Level up.
Surely.
No. Milestone.
The butcher's got to be CR 110. There's no way.
Yeah. XP wise, I would have leveled up loads. None of you would have. I would have leveled up loads.
Yeah.
I cleared out a whole bunch of guards.
Well, I looted him because I was right by the body though, so I was pressing A.
Yeah.
Loot, got it.
I know, mate. You absolutely greeded that and fucked off, didn't you? You were just like.
Well, what I was saying is,
there's no loot. I checked
Hey man,
it.
I've got strength 25. I'm gonna wield this.
Strength
sword.
20.
20.
Oh, I don't know how D&D works. I've got 20.
We know. 20 strength. So you have got the sword. Once you have spent an hour with it, then
you don't want to know what I'm doing with it in that hour.
Kylo Renning it, yeah.
Well, I really hope not, because again, I will reiterate, it's rusty and pitted and looks scabrous.
That's exactly what
Jim Bob has just said in the chat that it's very rude not to let us level up. So I'm just saying.
Can you just reply to Jim Bob? I'll remember that on Thursdays.
Uh-oh.
The DM will remember this.
It's right. No,
that was a great session, Johnny. Thanks, mate.
Thank you, guys. You did well. I know you are tantalizingly close to a level up. I will say that.
Let's go kill a mirror bit or something. Just level up.
That will minus some XP.
Grinding.
Don't you dare injure my
No
form.
grinding on mirror bits. No.
No grinding.
That sounds,
say,
look, we can't do
that's
that with the old
something very
Kylo
different
Ren.
in the
Something
party.
different.
No, can I just say, as a druid, I seriously need some sort of rule that allows me to cast 2 concentration spells at once, because everything's a concentration spell.
Whole point, Brad. You can't be super powerful.
Yeah.
God. If only you had like some spirit or some animals you could turn into or some other cool shit you could do as a druid.
Nah.
God, my
Can
heart
Brad
burns.
turn into a mirror
I just
by the way?
want to be
You
able
could.
to.
Yeah. There you go.
They're
Then we
definitely
can do a bit of
CR
hunting.
quarter.
And then we could kill him and get the XP and go up a
That
level.
high? CR
What?
quarter?
What? No. Guys, you're not thinking big
Be
brain
alright.
enough. We get him to go and pretend to the other mirror bits that there's in danger, brings a whole horde of them out, and then we
he
kill
wears
loads
like a
of them.
hula skirt and some
loads of them.
coconuts and
That
does like a
story.
sexy dance.
Ripper's old
lures
story
them.
about the,
This is
the
like-
Mere Ribbit War.
The Mere Ribbit War, absolutely. The Grand Mere Ribbit Warriors. I mean,
Oh
that's
my
how.
God.
Honestly, that's how coyotes hunt.
Bugs Bunny. Put some lipstick
like
on Bugs
Coyotes
Bunny
hunt.
the
They
man.
Just
do
you
it
wait.
with
It's like the
bats.
Holy Hand Grenade and the rabbits in Monty Python, man. You fuck with a mirror bit, you'll pay.
That's true. Or the cuckoos, whatever they're
is it
called in
the chickens
Legend of
in
Zelda. That's it.
If you hit chicken
Yeah,
in Zelda.
exactly.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. They
Right,
they
well,
get you.
we are aware time is on. Thank you, folks. That was a good game. Next week we will pick up and continue north to Shade Mantle. Ryan, where can people find us?
Let me actually do it this time. So you can find us on Twitter at Blood Song Party and everywhere else at Blood and Song. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Make sure you are clicking the notification button. Make sure you are following us and giving us Twitch subs on Twitch, because if we hit that affiliate status, we are all going to dress up as our characters. My cape is on its way, and it is glorious.
Taj has given some goggles to Faeza. We've got it's all kicking off.
Got a
There
And
you
drum.
go.
Siege Drum. Siege
Siege
Drum.
Drum.
Oh my god, that's
Actually,
cool.
gonna have to learn to play that, mate.
So-
Next time we do
I'm
Bloody
Help
going
us.
Collection.
to. I'm committing. I'm doing
Let's
this.
go.
So if you guys, Blood Song Party on Twitter, Blood and Song Facebook and Instagram, share it with your friends. And we want, if you hate it, tell us why you hate it, and tell all your friends to go and look at us and follow us so that they can hate it too.
It's okay, Johnny. It's all it's all good for the it's all good for
Yeah,
social
yeah.
That's not the
smoking
gag.
metrics.
it.
Ryan, the gag is
Is
if you
it?
liked us, tell your friends. If you didn't, shut up.
No, if you
Oh,
didn't
tell 'em
like
you
it,
did.
lie
Yeah.
to your friends as if you did like it. Exactly. Well,
You
that's
can't be your
okay.
friends if you lie to them.
No. Our uncle used to pretend that he hated Fleetwood Mac, and then would go in his bedroom, lock his door, put his headphones on, and listen to the record while no one was there.
Yeah, because he was
I
a
mean,
proper
he-
punk,
proper
so he
punk,
like didn't want anyone
proper
to know he
punk.
liked Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Madness.
So
He's
do
an
that-
amazing
do
album.
that
Fleetwood
with
Mac
Blood
is
and
so
Song.
punk.
Yeah.
Shut the
Hardcore.
door, lock it, put the candle on, listen to some Blood and Song. Don't tell anyone. But make sure you do all the following and sharing.
Well,
Posh
enjoy
podcast
the
is
micro podcasts as well that come out in short chunks thanks to the hard work of our team. That mean you can enjoy it on your daily commute, whether that, like me at the moment, that is actually to a place of work, or whether you are lucky enough and safe enough to be working from home. It's still marvellous time to make your breakfast and listen to a bit of Blood and Song. Especially, good time to catch your friends up. Just get them into it in short chunks. We know D&D, 4-hour podcasts, that can be a bit overwhelming. 20 minutes to half an hour, though.
Good stuff.
Bites.
Then you have to
Short chunks,
choose.
just how
You
you,
have to
eat a
choose your
mirror bit.
favourite 20 minutes. That's the thing. I'd love to know in the comments what your
Yeah.
favourite 20-minute section of our game has been so
Is it the
far.
bit where Brad burnt the black eyes out of the butcher? I mean, that was a good moment, wasn't it?
Or
That
was it when
it's
C
where-
turned
it's
into Mr.
where
Blobby?
it's-
That was also my favourite bit.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We've had lots. However, we will see you next week for the latest instalment. Until then, may the great goddess guide you in all that you do. Good night, folks.
Bye-bye.